I've got this one life, just got this one life. I'd like to think that it would go on forever, but I've got just one try. Yeah, I've got this one try. I remember when we were kids, you lost your parents, I heard the hymns. I swore that day that I would love you forever, if those were my last words, if those were my last words. I might never be a captain on a yellow submarine.
I might never be an actress on a giant silver screen,
but my heart will make a house standing anywhere you'll be.
and my love will hold the diamond shining far as you can see.
When we grow old, we grow old with me. When we grow old, we grow old with me. You've got this one light that shines all my life.
Just like a rose blooming out from this desert.
Oh, I saw these two eyes. Yeah, I saw your two eyes. I might never be a singer who's been knighted by the queen.
I might never be a model in a fashion magazine,
but my heart will make a house standing anywhere you'll be.
and my love will hold the diamond shining far as you can see.
When we grow old, we grow old with me. When we grow old, we grow old with me. Sound as people dance from your window. If you see an Irish band, and there I stand, guitar in hand, asking for my love if I could be a man. And so when we grow old with me.
I'm fed up with changes. Come pick me up, cause I just wanna see the light. I wanna be weightless. Teach me to fly, I won't be coming down. Could somebody wake me up? I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. Yeah. I just see her face wherever I look. She's standing in the crowd. So let go, I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, let a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. Cause I just wanna see the light. So sick of waiting and getting too restless to be in this dusty town. I've heard of this place where people forget and you get another try. So come open up my door. I don't wanna be here and let the world pass me by. I won't see your face wherever I look. I'm blinded by the light. So let go. I don't want to, but I'm gonna try. When she left me, yeah, died a little bit inside. You know, maybe things are gonna be alright. 'Cause I just wanna see the light. Yeah, I just wanna see the light. See the light.
Take everything we got, give it an honest shot. Turning it on and off, we've been sliding. Riding the highest dream, keeping the fire real. I call for you. Hold your gun, cut the wire. Aim for fun,
Chatto, it's Saturdat, and coming up today on Building a Nation with Treaty United, it is the transfer window. We have got 26, roughly, million pounds to spend. Some of that we might have to sell a few players in order to be able to spend, because the tax bill, the board, all that silly nonsense no one cares about has come into play. The board are already trying to sell our players out from underneath us. You know the drill on these things, but all that and more coming up today on Building a Nation with Treaty United. And we're dancing. We're off. Sometimes I have to shorten it a little bit, just so it fits in with the time. Oh yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. I'm glad you noticed that. Why? I don't know why, but our value is ridiculous. It's... Look at this shit. £389 million value. Why? What's changed? Tobeast! Dropping the 10 months. Yeah, love to see it. How's it going, friend?
Old Jürgen Capybara. Won't to be in stream for the next month really. Visage triste. Bloody exam. Visage
triste. Bloody visage triste, I say, Chatto. But no, thank you very much for the 10 months. Sorry, yeah, 10 months. Good luck with your exams, though. Like, that's the most important thing, right? I'll be around after. Let's be honest, right? Podolski with the 4 months. How's it going, friend?
Let us spend the somme moula.
Let us. That's the plan. We're actually going to be able to hopefully do a bit of that today for once. We do still have a nice buffer over to the rich. I'll show you what I mean by that. In the sense that, remember that £72 million we were sat on? I ain't bought anybody. But tax bills, wages, and I think some transfer debt as well has come out. Now, we should get some more money at the end of the month from the Dia sale, which is apparently kind of cool. We get another $4 million for that. I'm also trying to move on a little bit of Deadwood as it is. So it's going to have to be a kind of a balance.
Big love Matt.
Big love Matt. Big love Podolski. Just to clarify, that was a deliberate, right? It wasn't supposed to be 5 or 10. Thank you. If that's the case, then firstly, we do that. Then we do that. Thank you so much, Podolski, for the 20 gifted. I love how it just goes straight to a level 123% as well. You bloody love to see it. That's like next best after like 420 and 69% in it, really. Oh, holy shit. Thank you so much. That's if you have just been gifted a sub by Podolski, which I'm assuming is fucking everybody in chat right now, then be sure to thank them. That's unbelievably kind of you, as well as Rakini. Thank you so much for the 4 months. That's very, very kind of you as well. Wass is just like, what the hell have I just walked into? Yeah, they broke me again. Bloody hell. Oh, but on the plus side, the sub number on my thingy says 569. So that's a 69. We'll have that. We'll take that. Chippy boy. Thank you very much for the follow. Probably just been gifted a sub. That would be my guess. Oh, dear. Welcome in, everybody. That's the way to start. Well, our transfer budget's just gone up slightly. Good lord. I know exactly what you mean, Podolski. I don't know if anyone else gets this, right? When you just step aside from doing your everyday thing for even a couple of days, it's like jumping onto a moving carousel when you get back on it. I was a bit like that on Monday. I was talking to Mike about this. It's really, really difficult. Like, I remember going on holiday a few years ago, like obviously pre-pandemic, and then when I came back, I just felt mellow for like a good week and a half before I really got back into things again. It's really kind of difficult, but hey, that's a lot of love right there, and I'm extremely, extremely thankful for that. Hope you're doing good though, Podolski. It's nice to see you back. So, that's the situation as far as revenue goes. Now, on the plus, hey, Camo. I have got a few little transfers out prepared to go already. Also, you'll notice there's a lot of loan bids. So we've got bids on Skovli. Who else? Shalvik from 3 different clubs, which is awesome. Who else? We've got Nordbeck as well. Now, Doshek, I had agreed a loan for him to go out to St. Pat's, but he turned it down. St. Pat's are one of the clubs that really do seem to like bidding on our players. The problem I'm getting at the moment is I don't think they want to go because the squads aren't strong enough. If we could just get a couple there, I think it would boost their squad quality up and the rest of them would want to join, because they could actually make some serious headway if they actually start signing some of these guys, but we will see. In addition to that, obviously there's already bids on Palanek Mate, which I've stalled per usual. I'm trying to get rid of Anders Hansen. Millie's going because he said he did the whole explore my options thing, so we're trying to bin Millie off as well. Alexic, Pereira, and that's about it. Oh, and Vinicius is under a bid from Man United, so doesn't want to go, which is good. And Thijs Fries, of course, under a bid from Juventus, never wants to go because he's Thijs Fries and he's an absolute don. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of 17 months. Thank you very much, my friend. How's it going? People at Unusual are lovely. That is fucking awesome. But think about it like this, Podolski. How much worse would it have been if they weren't? And I suppose it's nice to be able to look on the positive side, right? How's so low? Yeah, it's absurd, isn't it? It is absolutely absurd. Was it £9 million? Admittedly, it's rising to 18, but it's still absolute disgrace. He doesn't want to go, so we'll have no trouble holding on to the frozen thighs. That man loves us. I think it's because he's a club icon now. No, club legend. Maybe that helps, I think.
21 years of Sigmatojam.
Sigmatojam. 21 years. How many months is 21 years? I wonder who has the longest, like, sub-streak on the whole of Twitch and how long that sub-streak must be. It must be in excess of a decade by now, right? Hey, big forehead. Sounds really aggressive when I say that, doesn't it? Turgeon with the gifted sub to special one. Thank you very much, Turgeon. That's super kind of you. Was that a targeted one, or is there actually someone in chat called Special One? If so, I hope you're feeling special today. Oh, an ice sculpture. Well, to be fair, that would have worked really well in Tromsø. He would have been the perfect signing for a club like Tromsø, really, with his value. But there you go. So, plan at the moment. Oh, I'll actually show you the bids that we've got on these guys at the moment. So, with Hansen, it's not a great... Oh, wait, hang on. Can I not... Yeah, so they're about... Well, he wants to go to Mulder. So I had to accept that one to stop him from being pissed off. But I'm hoping that we'll get like between £1 mil and £2 mil for him, which is just a little extra cash on the plus side. Who else we got? Millie's ones are a bit better. His range from 2.1 with an extension up to 3 million, which is... Oh, my shit! What's going on? Ice Battler with the 9 gifted... You ran it up to 200. I like that. I would do the same, honestly. Thank you so much. Presents again, we have to. And Turgeon, though, with the gifted sub to Jurgen Klopp. He'll appreciate that. I'm sure he will. He's not got anything else on today to think about. I realise it's not till tomorrow, which is... It's weird having no football on today, really. Is there any football on today? I couldn't see anything on FootMob. Oh, dear. Thank you so much. That's unbelievably nice of you. Thank you, everybody. Level 5 hype train. What a start to the stream. The double century. Damn straight. What's going on here? Yeah, good question, Frosty Balls. Sometimes this happens. Chat get overly nice to me. And I'm trying to get better at accepting it. So thank you very much, Chateau. That's extremely kind of you. League One Player Final. Is that today? Oh, sick. It's the shirt. Is it the shirt? Do I have to wear the shirt more often? To be fair, I don't need any excuse to wear this shirt. As gopping as it is, one, I actually think it looks quite nice. And two, it's so comfortable. Like, no cap. It's so damn comfortable. Perfect on a hot day as well. I feel a lot cooler in it. Is it possible to sell any players to Irish sides? Basically, no. The problem, Johnny, is that obviously all these like sales I'm trying to do were me offering to clubs. The problem is a lot of the Irish sides can't afford the wages of some of the higher up guys, and that's really the biggest problem. That's why loans are so important. The only side I think really we could conceivably sell players to at the moment is Dundalk. Maybe Bows at a push if they're interested. Like, they have put bids in on our players and they have sold them guys before, but the others just won't even touch our players. And mostly it's because our players won't touch them. Basically, they're just like, no, they've got the lurgy. It's a shame, but later down the line it will be more of a thing, is what I will say. Harold! You have the perfect name for this, chat. I just realised this. Your name is perfect around these parts. Thank you so much for the 18 months. That's a double Twitch babby. 3 p.m. Let's be honest, I'm probably going to be watching F1 qualifying at 3 p.m. Although that won't last that long, so I can swap straight over to the League One final. League One, who is the League One final? It's Sunderland versus Wickham, isn't it? Oh, dearie me. Oh, good lord. What was I going to catch up on? Oh, yeah, the food. Yeah, I heard about the food poisoning. Is that actually been, like, substantiated, or is it just kind of a meme at this point? Because I know that I heard about it on the Ramble yesterday. In sunny Scotland, sick. I've been to Scotland for ages. It wasn't food. Right, okay, yeah. I figured people probably just jumped on that because of, well, historic precedent, shall we say. Some sort of bug going around, really. Do they know who's affected by it? Quality is 3 p.m. today. I actually looked before stream because I wanted to try and structure it, so we'll finish a little early today so we can, well, so I can go get a drink and sit down and watch Quality and take down the stream setup. Right, okay, so that's the situation with these. I'm hoping that once we get rid of people like Alexic, Pereira as well, and Millie, we can maybe rustle up an extra 8-9 million quid, which will just give us a nice buffer so we can just start looking at players. We'll get a load of money later in the window as well. Plus, we've got Man United maybe like... I think we might actually get one of the Man United games in today, because with our new style of these streams... Discard changes? What changes? I guess. I hope it doesn't cancel our friendlies. No, it doesn't, Kiggle. I think we'll get to that game. This one probably not, because of how far away it is. Bray back in the top flight again. God help us all. They're going to get absolutely twatted this season. 150 goals conceded, maybe? I don't know. You never know. Hello, Silveretta. How's it going, man? Just completed the Pentagon Challenge. Holy shit. That's an achievement and a half. Bloody hell. Well done. This happened again. Oh, I love how Spurs are even Spursy on my other... Not on this save so much, but on my other save, Spurs are the epitome of Spurs. It's absolutely outrageous. It's like FM have got a special hard line of code that just says, if Spurs, Spursy. It's quite fun to watch, really. No offense. Ghost of Lasagna's Past. I've not seen that film. I asked the board again to negotiate the thing with Strasbourg because they didn't do it last time. And then they said it had been renegotiated. And it hasn't. They're still the daddy club. It's like that. Hey, chat, look. Matt's broken Football Manager again. So, yeah, that doesn't work. I've tried to renegotiate that twice now, and neither times have they actually done it. So that's good, isn't it? Hey, we can add that to the list. If I had a whiteboard over here, it would require a separate room, to be honest, to fit all the things that are broken. But, yeah, that's another one. So don't even bother trying to renegotiate affiliates. They don't work. Or that one specifically doesn't work, I should say. Laris Galidi winks Kulishevsky. Oh, Kulishevsky. Oh, that was the Burnley game. Ken didn't train Friday. I mean, I don't think it'll probably be as massive as they would have thought, maybe. How many cups? There's a lot of cups. Now, we're only in a couple of them. We only play in the league, obviously. We play in the FAI Cup, which is like the Irish FA Cup, literally. And then the EA Sports Cup, which is just it's absolute nonsense. It's basically the League Cup, but you get nothing for it. But there are some like lower cups that other teams in the league compete in as well, like the Munster Cup. Most of the counties have cups, or the areas have cups. We didn't get put in any for some reason because they didn't implement Treaty United properly. How do you get foreign affiliates? Right, okay, so that's the thing, right? Load FM, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. How was stream? Welcome in. Let me get a shout out for you, if I can reach my keyboard quickly enough. Inferno's on it. Absolutely on it. Zunisk is really going to be fun. Hang on, which one was Academisk Ball? Oh, the second tier side. Yeah, I think it would have just been too low, because we would have probably got relegated, and I feel like that would have been a bit too much stuff to do. But there we go. Yeah, it's not. You're on the screen, Irish, and I'm responding. It's live. Imagine. Welcome in, friend. Okay, becomes a shite roll situation. It does a bit, doesn't it? It does a bit. This is just going to keep resetting itself. Yeah. As for how you get these ones, I wish I could show you, because I still can't ask for another one yet. But basically, there is an option that talks about foreign recruitment. That's the one that you need to get these ones. And this is the one I really want because of this one line here. May send academy players to training to get an experience. May benefit from some of the come through the youth ranks. That's the one you want if you want to build the overall youth network. And it's weird that our board... And we've got 2 of these now. So, exciting times. Right, I suppose without further ado, we should probably just... Hang on, I've got to wind up for this one, friends. He's going to do it, chat. He's going to do it. He's going to hit the continue button. No, I was going to go Rod Stewart style, but I can't because my microphone arm's in the way, so I'll have to go fully underneath it, and now we've pressed it. It's been pressed. My hope is that we can get rid of a couple of guys first. There we go, that's good. Arsenal makes back offer, doesn't want to go, that's fine. He's not the big issue, it's Mate. Hey, James, what is that by your badge? Watching without audio. Wow! I don't know if you know this, James. I assume you do. But Twitch now has a thing on your badge that says that you don't have the sound on. That's really cool, actually. Twitch, once again, congratulations, you did a good thing. Millie leaving for around about between... Oh, you have to set it. Okay, it'd be kind of cool if it was automatic, wouldn't it? One for no video too. Really? That's sick. I actually genuinely like that as a feature. First they had the artist badge thing, which I think is really cool as well. I like that. Oh, hello. These are loan offers from abroad. Oh, God. Do we just kind of do that? Have they got any optional fees on the end of them? I think we just kind of have to do those. It's just... Watch for that video. Well, I suppose you're just sort of listening, aren't you? Like, we actually had someone the other day that was kind of walking around and they had me in their ears. Hey, the Groovy Gamer. Go through the whole squad. The problem with going through the whole squad is our squad is actually extremely large to Groovy Gamer. That's the problem. So when I did those screenshots for you, that took me over an hour to select the screenshots for every single player in our squad, then find a way to like collate them and upload them. It can take a very long time to actually do stuff like that, even when I'm just going through them one by one, because it doesn't always show every player due to various things. So for example, if I start looking through these guys, it will only show me players from like the under-19 squad at certain places, and it's kind of a bit of a... I'll have to find some time to do it at some point where I'll just do a video of it, but it's yeah, it's more time consuming than you think. Yeah, exactly. I think some people turn the streams into a podcast. So, yeah. Fuck Matt. Best Matt is no Matt. That's what I've heard. Pog tells me these things. It would be kind of cool, though, if it just did it the moment that you say It's like when you mute the stream or something, it just automatically assigns the badge. That'd be kind of sick. Be very useful. But there you go. Right, okay, let's crack out a Hulk mode before we do anything else. And I think I'm just going to accept this at this point because I don't think he's ever going to play for us. I would rather sell him, honestly, but if we have to get rid of that, then that's fine. Slovakia has some good regions. I feel like it's one of those things that's sort of a bit ephemeral. Like, it doesn't really... Some countries get better regions than others sometimes. Most of them, statistically, certain countries will do better, but Slovakia is always generally quite good for regions in general. Peanut Lady! No, Peanut Lad. Peanut Lad YouTube. Or Peanut Lady T. Who knows? Thank you so much for the follow. Very kind of you. Yeah, so basically what happened to Groove Again was I had like a free hour, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go all in on this because you requested it, and I wanted to help. But it's not something I could do like on a regular basis, basically. You did, Arch, you did. I mean, to be fair, there was a huge spate of them earlier, so I'm surprised everyone didn't get one at that point. Get ads despite being a mod, though. That sucks. What I could do, actually, Wassa, is I have some permanent subs I could apply to Twitch to get one for you as a mod. That way you wouldn't have to worry about it, and you'd just get a permanent sub. Pog has one. That's why you never see Pog resub in chat, because she just... The one downside is she doesn't get a resub. Yeah, I think the not watching one would be very hard to detect. Oh, yeah, Twitch Prime in like an hour. Fair one. Or unmod Wassa. True. I mean, to be fair, then he'd just be unmodded and have ads. That's like seeing a guy on the ground with a broken leg and going, do you know what's going to fix this? I'm going to break your other leg. I like the way you think, Ice Battler. Right, we move. Oh, dear. Yeah, you'll want the emotes for this one. Right, so I've already sorted out friendlies, all that jazz. That's no big deal. Legwood Hurdler. I suppose there's only so much pain to go around, isn't there? Big Al Pacino, thank you very much for the 4 months. I hope you're well, Big Al. I enjoyed your tour guide.
To be back.
I like how Matthew didn't even skip a beat with that. It just sounded like it was supposed to be read like that, which I'm a big fan of. Ooh. I want a scout report through, damn it. I'll have a look on the shortlist first, right? So, our shortlist is pretty sparse, because mostly we don't shortlist people anymore. We mostly just keep them in the conveyor belt. So, obviously, Tekin, we can pretty much remove Ali Tekin from this now. We know we're not getting him now that he's got that value. Not that it matters, because he wouldn't have talked to us before anyway. I will be very... I want to see how long he stays at Sturmgratz, because he is probably a Champions League quality player. Like a... could play in a side that would win the Champions League type of player. But there you go. Who do you think is getting relegated? I mean, statistically, the odds would suggest Leeds, just because that's where they are currently. And Burnley have to match their result. Now, whether they will or not, I don't know. But I don't know. It's, I mean, what a turnaround from Everton, by the way. Holy shit. When they were 2-0 down, I thought, wow, they've fucked it massively there. Yes, so would you like to guess where he's wanted by? I'll just show you. It's Toronto FC, again. And us, obviously. It's just a little bit silly, isn't it? Because, look, now he's moved on from... He doesn't think he'll get the playing time he's looking for, which is absolute nonsense because he'd probably be a starting striker. Maybe. He's quite good, isn't he? It is kind of funny. Should we just try again, just for the memes? I kind of just want to see what he'd say this time. It was also Mazzanchini, who's wanted by Chelsea, who I really do like. And if we could have got him, I would have been really quite happy with that, because I think he's phenomenal. We are still in the Champions League, yes. We've got Man United in the knockouts, so that's not great. Leeds and Burnley have asked that Everton's financial losses are investigated. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think there's much going to come of that, because as you notice with these things, whenever they investigate, not much really happens for several years, and by the time that's happened, the damage is already done. A la Sheffield United suing West Ham that time. Oh, he's very good, isn't he? He's very, very good. It'll be a fine... Yeah, it always is, isn't it? So, yeah, those are basically it. I mean, the rest of the shortlist is just players we looked at in the past and have kind of decided against. So, honestly, we could... No, I'll leave these guys anyway. But for the most part, I mean, these guys could probably go. They're not really ever going to be players we want to sign at this point. Chalem was that guy we nearly signed, and I kind of wish we had now, actually, because he won the next gen last year. But it is what it is. So, those guys are kind of off the... Who? Oh, right, okay. No interest in joining Athletic. Look at this guy! Look at this guy! I love him. I mean, I don't think he's got very good leadership. No. If only he had good leadership. Can I send him on a leadership course? Yes. Okay, cool. Because I kind of want to get Thighs Freeze. More like captain material. He feels like the type of guy that should be captain one day. Officer Mate. Out of all the interested clubs... Oh, okay. So he won't complain if I reject these, presumably. Oh, nice. I don't know. How much does a leadership course actually do for their leadership? Or is it kind of random? Yeah, here you go. The rules fine. The rules in League of Ireland are basically non-existent. There is one rule, and that is a player... Is it non-EU? I think, yeah. The one rule in the League of Ireland is non-EU players have to be on £300 a week. So basically, there's no rules, because once you reach a certain point, every player's on that. Yes, new guys, my bad. Yes, my apologies. I realised I mentioned that in the video. So, new guys that came in and have joined us as of the start of the transfer window. So, first one was Burema Traore. Not the best decision. This was the guy where I broke through the stage of my career ship, where I asked my DOF to do it. And he did actually manage to do it. But he just lacks the real potential. He's a solid-ish player, but really, he was free, bear in mind. So, it was worth a punt, really. Not fantastic, but he's in the loan farm system. He's on the dev list. I've sent the, the standard sort of stuff. So, there we go. In the Baltics, sick. Which countries would that actually entail? Hey, Ainsley. Yeah, sorry. The rules in Ireland are great until such time as you get a booking in an Irish Champions Cup. I still can't believe that. I think he's solid. He's a solid player. They get better, don't worry. Who else was there? Right, this is where things get a lot better. Obviously, Preo Taser is now a permanent signing. And I'll be honest with you, if I got a bid for him, I wouldn't be opposed to accepting it. Because I think his potential ceiling just isn't there. And I think that if we could ship him on for good money, we can... That might actually be for the best, honestly, which is a shame, because I really thought he was going to be really good. But he cannot get rid of that trait. And he just doesn't work in our system with that trait, sadly. The rule about the booking. So basically, on the last stream, we discovered... You're going to love this. If you get a booking... Because, do you remember a few seasons ago, we got a player sent off in the All-Ireland Champions Cup final. And as a result, he missed a Champions League game because of it. Because technically, we were playing against a Northern Irish side in this mini-friendly tournament. And as a result, that counted as a European competition. Because reasons. But whatever. So then what happened? We thought, okay, that's really stupid, but it is what it is. No. So this has happened twice now. It was... The guy got a red card. This was 3 or 4 years ago. Then... Oh, it gets worse, trust me. On the last stream, we had a player get a booking in a... Sorry, he got booked in both of the legs of the Champions Cup matches. But he'd also got a booking in the Champions League at some point during the group stages. As a result of that, he had 3 bookings in Europe, which meant that he misses a Champions League game because of it. Even though only 1 booking was actually in the Champions League. That to me is just absolute. And as far as I'm aware, that's not actually how it works in real life. That's just SI once again failing to program a game properly. Yeah. Man knows where the goal is. He does, but unfortunately he also doesn't. And if we got a bid for him, I'd probably take it, honestly. It's a shame, but there you go. With the dev list. Yes, so what you do with the dev list. I'll show you as an example. Oh, wait, hang on. Annoyingly, he's on the dev list. Let me find a guy that isn't on the dev list. You're not on the dev list. So... But you were also weirdly... I'm trying to find someone. Unfortunately, I've got quite good at just putting everybody on the dev list now. Thiago Silva, is he on the dev list? Yep, okay. Right, Glucevic. No, he's on there too, isn't it? Fuck's sake, man. Millie. Okay, Millie... Oh, he's too old. Fuck's sake. Pablo. Right, Pablo's not on the dev list. So basically what you do is you go down here and go add to development list on their profile. Then it will take you to this page, but I don't want to actually click it. And it will show you this here. So what this is basically you telling your loan manager, find loans for these guys. So then once you're in this, you go into this page on the right. Let me just move myself to the left so you can see everything. And you can set the requirements for the loans. So for me, it's I want them to have as much football as possible so they can play against us. I basically tick everything I can. The only thing in Ireland that I have to be careful for is players that are not from the EU. I have to make sure that the loan wage percentage means that the club is paying more than £300 a week. Otherwise, it won't work. And then slowly over time, either they'll actually get a loan bid for them and they'll just accept it automatically, or it seems to drive up more interest in the players. So every now and then I'll just go through and offer out every single player on this list and get a load of loan bids in for them. And I've already had that happen, which is why we've now got a load of guys that are under bids for loans. And you just keep doing it, basically, and it seems to work. That seems to be the meta this year when it comes to getting players on the dev list, basically. Also, Jan Vosterek. He's actually quite good now. Like, he's really quite good. I'm struggling to see what's wrong with him at this point now. Particularly as over the course of the last year, he started developing even more. We've now got some really solid setups there, basically. So I feel like Vosterek might actually stick around and might get a lot more football this year. If he scores, he has to be consistent and actually score goals. That's been his bigger problem right now. It's just not having that happen. Right, let's get into the... I did the Hulk mode. Right, I need to do the lookup for Asher from the VOD. So, youth team seems to do well in the Champions League. How far have they gotten? I don't... Hang on. I don't know how to accept that. As in, I don't know how to find out about our under-19 teams, like, history. Is there a way to do that? I guess there's the UEFA Youth League, but I don't think we can see, like, where we've reached to. Other signs. Sorry, I just wanted to quickly do those lookups because I don't know how I can really show how far our under-19 squad has gone in this. I'm trying. Basically, Asher wanted to see how far our under-19 squad had gone in, like, UEFA Youth Leagues, but I don't know how to actually show that. There's not, like, a list that shows you where they've been knocked out like there is with schedule under-19. Hang on. Our fixtures. And then I filter it by... So, they're currently through. They won their group. That much we do know. Last time around, they reached the quarter-final before being knocked out by Porto. Then they were in the first knockout round. They regularly do fairly well, actually, first knockout round there. Out of their group that year, it would seem, got to the quarterfinal again, only losing 1-0 to Chelsea. Wow, 2 penalty shootout wins, not bad. Second knockout round that time, losing to Man United, standard. Lost to Gymnastique Manresa. Okay, get good, I suppose. And that was just all groups again. I think beyond that, it was pretty much, we weren't really on, we weren't really on form at that point. But there we go, at least we figured out how to do that. Right, let me just quickly show Slovan Bratislava. Again, I feel like we show Slovan Bratislava a lot. Aberforth! Thank you for the 17 months.
I
How's it
can
going?
think of something funny to puir, so happy 17 months.
The funniest thing is sometimes the funniest thing. Well, I was trying to sound profound, and I've ended up sounding like an idiot, which is pretty much on brand, I'd say. Friday it shows who's watching. What team? We are Treaty United in the League of Ireland, so the Republic of Ireland's top league. A true guru, exactly. To be fair, that's most gurus just talk a lot of shite, don't they? So Slovan Bratislava. Well, I'm going to get a team report while we're here, and then we'll get back to showing the rest of the signings, because there are still a few more. The best ones, really, I'd argue. The best is yet to come, so to speak. Profound and dumb. I'd say that line is being blurred by the day. So let's just find... yeah, I can't really show much about Slovan Bratislava other than they've won a lot of cups. Although they haven't won all the cups. In fact, to be fair, Donetsk Straight have done bloody well. Hang on, say that over again. Where are we going? Sometimes the funniest thing, awkward pause, is the funniest thing. SecondYellowCard 2020. 1, 2, at the end. Yes, very good. Lovely, very profound. I actually feel relaxed when I'm doing this. More like Tai Chi. It always has been, really. Oh. Yeah, our youth... But to be fair, it's because a lot of our signings that we make end up going into the youth team. Right, back to the signings. Let's crack on. Where did I get to? So we got to... Traore. Wow, I literally showed you one guy. So yeah, next guy. This is more like it. Octavio Solis. He's a bit good. He is a bit good. 700 grand for this guy here. This chap. This wonderful hunk of a man. He is, isn't he? Like, but 19 years old. Crossing and dribbling's off the charts. He's speedy. He's agile. I've got him working on his passing because it's the one thing that he maybe lacks a tiny bit of. He's got great technique. He's got decent enough personality. No obvious flaws. Yeah, I've got him on passing training straight off the bat. That's the one thing for me that's not quite perfect, and I would like it to be better, because sometimes I find that some of the crosses we see aren't even crosses. They're, what's the word I'm looking for? Quantum of Solace. Well, actually, it's a very strong beard for 19, isn't it? It's very strong. And for 700 grand, I mean, what an insane... 700 rising to 850, but come on, that's a bargain. Then, slightly less of a bargain, honestly, is Ivica Belosha-Fijan, who... Hang on, did I put him on aerial? No, I didn't. Okay, good. I say good. I need to put him on aerial immediately. Get him training... ball-playing defender while we're at it. Get him covered offer, but we'll go into Ivica. I think he's solid. WRC Fanatic, thank you very much for the follow. But again, either he's one for us or he's one for the loan farm. He'll be a home grown player anyway. So I think we maybe overspent a little bit. He was one of the guys that we took a punt on maybe when we shouldn't have done, honestly. A 25-55 with jeans. Good lord, Bente. Well played. So when female vampires are grown by the day, I mean, I don't blame them, honestly. It's not just the females. Oh, no. It's it's men like me that are like, that is an attractive gentleman. What else we got? We got Gunnar Skovli, who is the young Norwegian lad we found from Bran, who we picked up for £1 million. Potential ceiling might not be there, but there's so much about him that I like already. I want to maybe get... He could also probably do with working on his passing too. Although I do wonder if his crossing... Crossing or passing? Crossing's better than passing currently, but it's probably more important than passing. Actually, they're both kind of important, really, aren't they? Passing also would work on his technique and vision as well. We do love a tall, fast winger, and that's what we were kind of hoping for. 16... Hang on, what was it? Yeah, he's 6'3", but he's got 16 pace. 16 pace on a 6'3" right winger. Beautiful. Connected to crossing. Well, yeah, it might well be, but crossing is also connected to crossing. So if say I wanted to improve someone's crossing, and I've got a choice between training their crossing or their passing, I'll probably train their crossing. But yeah, we'll see. Oh, the last one though was we signed 2 guys called Octavio and Octavian. I'm a fan of that. And this guy is Pog E. Octavian Manea, another ridiculous guy from Farrell. Farrell have been the ultimate youth feeder team for us this year in FM. Unbelievable. Lost a stone. Fuck yes. Congratulations. That's what I like about him. He's pacey. The plan is not to play him as a striker, by the way. The plan is to have him as a trek because he can actually pass the ball. And I think he'll be able to make those runs that maybe Alaku isn't quite capable of doing. So I've got him training, I think I do anyway. Yeah, Trequartista on attack. I'm training his shooting up to get that finishing up a little bit. But I like this guy a lot. And he's homegrown. 4 caps for Romania already. What a guy. He's just brilliant. I mean, maybe the bravery could be a bit high, but like for real, he's fantastic. And for the price, again, what was it, 2.9 million, 2.7 million pounds. Ridiculous signing. So my plan now that we've got those guys sorted, is to, with the finances being what they are, get a couple of guys out and see what we can find. Really? He needs game time. He does. Oh look, chat is back. Hey, he's just not prepared to join us at this stage in his career. Watch him join Toronto FC. If he joins Toronto FC, then I think we'll know that there's something completely broken. It's like, would you want to come play in a club that's just won the Europa League and is in the Champions League knockouts? Nah. I want to stay playing for ES Setif. Okay, so Athenry scouting update. Right, here we go. Here we go. Not all of these guys will be fully ready to go. Who? Indeed. Who? Octavian. I know. The fact that we got an Octavian and an Octavio in the same season is mad. Not really know it was broken. Yes, but we thought we'd fix it a little bit. And I think to an extent it has been fixed. It's just that I think some of the players that were broken by it originally will forever be broken in this save. It feels like new players that are coming through are not having the same issues as much. Hence why we've signed quite a lot of Brazilian players lately, and I hadn't even realised it. So he's on loan, so there's not much we can really do with that other than, I guess, keep scouting him, really. There's this Arnal guy here. Oh, we're already signing him. Hey, Biggie Smalls. So he's an advanced playmaker, Arnal. Great teamwork. Weirdly cheap. 6'2", which is a nice little, wow, quite good jumping reach too, actually. Pace seems to be fairly solid. Passing might be a little bit sus. Close to Hanel, get him in. Well, I don't know who's wearing the number 8 shirt for us currently, but one of them surely has to get it, right? Particularly as they're both going to be first team players as well. It's not like they're like youth guys. Well, they are, but they'll probably get game time this year, you know? Hey, Dylan. What have we missed? Actually, not a lot, really, Danny. We were just running through some of the signings that that we made before that have finally joined us. Surely we have to give this guy another round on the carousel, right? It feels like a lot of money at this point to be splashing if we just don't know, particularly as we can't get a team report on Espanyol because we kind of know enough. For me, he kind of has to go around the roundabout again. I like what I'm seeing, but I do wonder if it could be worse than we think, given that we don't even know what his personality's like. For all we know, he's a mercenary. I kind of feel like he has to go around again. But I do like him. Plus, the fact that he's on a youth contract makes me think that the moment we tried to sign him, they would just do that thing where they offer him a contract and the player almost always signs for the club. Next guy, Peter Balla. Good tackling. 5'10". The problem with Balla is that he's not really the sort of player that would really fit very well into our side. Can't be retrained as a centre-back, really, with the lack of jumping reach that he's got and lack of heading ability. And he doesn't really have the attributes we want from a midfielder. Well, we want from a midfielder. Or maybe we just scout him again. Not everyone has to be signed immediately, after all. Some of these guys are still a bit low on their scouting at the moment, honestly. In fact, to be fair, a lot of these guys I think we're going to know so little about that we might as well just send them through the scout report funnel again for a bit and see if we concentrate on people that we know a bit more about up first. Unless they come through with like a B+ scouting report, in which case we just look straight away. What's the loan rules in Hungary? These guys, wow, are these guys all on loan from like Man City? Or Man United? Yeah. Maybe, oh yeah, it's Man City, Hetafe, haven't they, as like an affiliate side. Let's see. Anyone here? All right, okay, you've got a bit more knowledge. Jacob Schmidt. It's because there's still like 500 guys on that list. So Jacob Schmidt, for me, he's a pass. He might be 18 and homegrown, but his finishing's not quite there. He's not very quick. Got decent acceleration. Driven personality is something, but high determination. I just, really, you can only send 6-1 plus. Ah, that kind of sucks. Yeah, he's just not great for me, honestly. In fact, what I might do is, instead of continuing to scout him, is just acknowledge him for the moment. Anyone else here that's kind of close to being... No, these guys can just go around again, I think. There's a couple of guys coming through from Slovak, though. If you do notice anybody, also, just tell me, because I might have missed someone. Wow, there's still quite a lot of guys there. Anyone that's even looking close? No, that's fine. We'll send those guys back around again. These guys have dropped off the bottom of the list. That's fine. Get rid of them. We'll whittle it down. It's all good. Plus, it'll give us time to get rid of a couple of guys. Oh, speaking of... Oh, there's new bids on Millie. Or is there? Oh, no, that's just gone to the bottom, which means we've got new stuff happening. Treaty United keen on signing Hello, who? Now, in fairness, we signed Emmett Doran because of one of these. Marco Rengifo. For who? Melgar. A Peruvian side. Well, I'm certainly not opposed to that. Current international. Okay. Desperate to make the move happen. I've literally never heard of him, but sure. Let's look at that stadium pick again. Love that. Love that. Are they based in Lima, by any chance? Oh, no, it's La Paz that's really high up, is it? Although Lima's pretty high up, too, isn't it? Let's have a look where the stadium actually is. Oh, no, it's in Arequipa. But look at that backdrop, though. That is poggy. I'm assuming this is the Andes, right? That's a lovely... Literally a club I've never held... Okay. I realise we're all adults here. But surely we can all agree that their stadium being called Monumental Virgin de Chappie... That Chappie over there is a monumental virgin, right? What a... I prefer the stadium name compared to the actual picture, and the picture's fucking tasty as well. Lovely stuff. That might be the best stadium name I've ever seen. Oh, the astrologer. Thank you very much for the follow. That is gorgeous. Right, what's the player like? Please be good. Oh my shit, he's actually good. He's actually good. And if we're losing Millie, we need a new left side. Oh my god, he's actually good. Like, decent. He's quick. He's got reasonable dribbling. Crobbling's probably okay. He's fine. Bad mentals. We'll see. But look at the price. So first things first. I should just ask his agent. He wants quite a lot of wages, but he is quite good. Yeah, bear in mind, he'd be our backup. Because we have Diaz as a starter, and I wouldn't mind finding a new one as well, actually. But for the price, do we just want to go for it? If he's that cheap, should we just crack in? What kind of Peruvian salts is he on? Not worth 10k a week. I don't really think that's true. Fickle personality isn't ideal. To be fair, a player to me, their value exists beyond pure attributes, in the sense that if I feel they have a value to our team that is worth 10k a week, then I'll pay it. It's the reason we pay a lot of our youth players quite high wages to get them here in the first place, even if they're not playing. I think his value, at least, would be enormous upon joining us. 10k every week and fickle. Yeah, but the problem is, I don't think we're going to find in this window a left-sided winger that is better than him and cheaper than him. That's my point. Even if you have to pay a high... The thing is, the reason we're paying a high wage is because he's older. I think he'd have a sell-on as well, because he'd be in the prime of his career. Oh, dear. Oh, my nose is really itchy now. Oh, God almighty. I don't know what's happened there. Let's see how much they actually want. I guess they're being very specific about it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know what's happened there. Hulk-coloured inner elbow. In it, though. Oh, not getting a third one. Damn it, I demand it. I think for 400 grand, it's worth a punt. I think the moment he joins us, he'll probably be worth like 5 million quid anyway. And sometimes I just like taking punts on these kind of players, since we can afford it. I'm allergic to Peruvians. I hope not. Maybe it's all that Peruvian marching powder. Isn't interested in speaking it into thighs freeze. You are a gentleman among men. Probably have important players on less than that. Okay, but again, I cannot stress this enough. A player's value to me is worth more than pure attributes. It's what they do for the team. He's a backup left-sided player. Amad Diallo is a backup player and is on 25 grand a week here because he's decent. Like, we have £187,000 in wage budget to spare. I think I can drop 10k on a backup left winger. That doesn't make much sense to me. Like, oh dear. I'm hoping to, Mr. Frogger, yes. Also, I probably do have important players on less money than that. Yes, because they're younger and they can command lower wages because we've structured the wages properly. But also, 10k a week in terms of wages. Where would that put him in our squad? Here. So the guy he'd be backing up is on more than him. Midfielders are on more. Our backup goalkeepers on more than him. Our backup central midfielders on more than him. Amad Diallo, obviously he's leaving. He's a bad signing, I admit. I don't think it'd be an awful bid at 10k a week. Besides, that's not the amount we'd pay. That's just what it said there. It could end up being more, honestly. Lazio want Millie as well. How much are Leicester bidding? I'm going to turn down Lazio because Leicester are bidding. He wants to go to Leicester and Leicester are bidding more, right? Exactly. We'll send him to Cork City. It'll be fine. Hopefully. I have a sneaky suspicion he's going to... I knew it. I knew it. They'll do that. It's not a long deal. And I think that for me... Left roll winger. He will play there, but... He'll demand 25 probably. Let's just try that. Squad player. I can drop that down. We can drop that down with all sorts of stuff. Relegation release clause. We can hit him with a... it's a 3-year deal. Knock that down a bit. Bump the agent fee up. Ooh, not too much though, apparently. I just think I just kind of like his attributes, in all honesty. I just kind of like his attributes. You can always hit him with a goal bonus. In fact, I'm probably going to do a couple of these. Smack him with some large goal bonuses of like 600 grand if he achieves them. Maybe actually 15 and 25. And then that might allow us to get it down to like 14, maybe? I love it when they do that. I love that. It's because I went too low. 15 will be alright. Hi. Sorry, I don't know if you noticed, mate, but I'm offering you things and you're not actually meeting me in any way halfway here. 15 and a half? There's like a fine line. So this is a thing when you're doing contracts. Just because they go back to the full price originally, it doesn't mean that they won't take a lower price. It just means that you've gone down too low. And instead of trying to negotiate with you, they always just reset it to the highest amount again. You know what? Fuck it. For 2 years, I'm going to do it. Just for a bit of fun, honestly. I kind of like him as a player. He might be crap, but I feel like his value alone is going to be about 5 million when he joins us. Save for the goal bonuses. True. How much did Diaz get? I mean, to be fair, Diaz doesn't have the best finishing, and he scored a bloody goal in the Europa League final, didn't he? So, worth a punt. Exactly, yeah. I think... What predictions, chat, on his value when he joins us? I reckon he's going to be worth between 6 and 7 million upon joining us. So we'll see. Now, that's not to say that we'd be able to sell him for that, of course, because that does require interest. But still. Club from a country you're trying to build, make an offer for one of your players. Wouldn't it be a good idea to sell him so they can get stronger? Yeah. In fact, sometimes if a club from my nation puts a bid in on my player, I'll actually drop the price than what they wanted just to sell him to them. But the problem is half the time they turn it down, you know? So, we'll see. Norbeck, so yeah, this is the problem we're having. They're rejecting the loan offers at the moment, which is a bit annoying. But Scovely, at least, okay, good. Right, that's good. Because if we can get a couple of guys starting to go out on loan, it improves their squads, and then more players will want to join them on loan. That's what we've noticed in the past anyway. So Gunnar Scovely's gone. One more for the loan farm. They might come back in for Nordbeck, maybe now that they've got that. Let's look at Bratislava B. Oh, hello. Turns out previous Matt has already been there. Hey, Strongo. Man United want Paolo Vinicius. He doesn't want to leave to Paolo. 12 million pounds. Are you actually shitting me? No, absolutely not. Millie's going to Leicester for 2.7 million pounds. So we basically just... we traded out Millie, who is decent, but lacks a left foot. And that's always been his problem when he's played in this team. And he also said he was going to leave at the end of the year anyway. Oh, dear. Yes, Rob, thank you very much for the 100 bits. That's very kind of you, my friend.
Jiggling on me save to find out isn't tough.
A good doff is hard to come by. Ours isn't even that good in terms of the way he behaves, but I feel like doffs are very unpredictable anyway, so you kind of can't. Just get a decent-ish one and you'll probably be alright. I think it'll actually clean up in the league, and it would just allow us to rotate out from Diaz and actually have a guy that's properly suited for the role, I suppose. Semi-professional and amateur teams are very annoying. Oh, pro tip if you're doing amateur or semi-professional saves. You know one of the problems you often have is in the middle of the season, clubs will constantly be putting bids in for your players, and you have to offer them a new contract on £0 a week just to get them to stay every 2 weeks. When you're in that situation, I don't know if this still works this year because I've not done non-league management. When you go to renew their contract, put it to start at the end of the season, even though it's still a £0 a week contract. That, generally speaking, seems to stop it. Or it certainly used to, anyway. Hey, Stevie. Transfer fee, it was 400 grand. But it might as well have not been at that point. So there you go. Leicester's got million. Look how much he'll be on. 30 grand a week. I mean, to be fair, I can't really blame him at that point. He didn't want to stay with us. And to give Mitty his credit, 183 league appearances and 89 goals in the league anyway. It's solid, right? Yeah, the only thing I let my Doff do is negotiate staff contracts. And I only do that on this save because we have enough money for him to over-offer people and I don't care so much. On my other save, I wouldn't let him near them. Because you know what happened. Well, you saw what happened at Tromsø when I let him negotiate my loan manager's contract and he put him on 3.5 grand a week, which was more than any player and myself was on. I'm good, Stevie. How are you? Get you another year. Yeah, the one problem I found with it is... I turned to Mike Tyson for a second there. Is that if you... Also, this guy's name is Jaroslav Seaman. Just leave that there. Let that linger for a bit. How much did we sign him for? I think he was free. Yeah, he was free from Shrewsbury. So, I mean, I say profit, but at that point it isn't really profit because he was paid his wage for the entire time. But when you do the whole contract starts at the end of next season, it then doesn't stop other clubs from bidding on that player, and that player can still leave before that contract starts, even if you've agreed it all. That's one thing I have noticed. So it will, if you're worried about holding onto a player and you're worried about your board, yeah, don't do that. Because I find that once you sign a player to a new contract, the other clubs won't bid on them as regularly, but if they've still got that up in the air, they will. Oh, hello. Jorge San Jose. Again, not really our type of player, but it's still worth a look, right? As far as just keeping him scouted a little bit more. Just trying to keep an eye. Oh, there's a B guy here. There's a B guy here. Anyone that comes through with an early scout report that isn't a C is usually interesting to me. Also, hello, Augustin Perez. 6'5" and only has 6 to... Would I be correct in thinking here that his aerial reach is likely to get extremely decent just because of his pure stouting height? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's £95,000. Presumably that's the reason he's... Elite save. Oh, sick. Oh, a good old director of football save. Yeah. I've wanted to do another version of that where I'm the director of football and the other way, where it's the other way round. Surely at that price, he's worth a punt. Is it because he... Wait, no, he's at... Oh, no way. That can't be his release clause. Oh, my shit. I thought it was a youth contract. Who is his agent? Oh, you wait till I show you the Bodder guy in a minute, Mr. Progger. He looks amazing. Look at the state of that for free. What about his agent, though? No, he's good for it. Means they can still be sold. Yeah, no, it does. It absolutely does. No. So not the future transfer agreed. So basically, this is how it used to work. If you sign a player, if you agree a contract extension to an existing player at your club and you have it set to start at the end of the season or the start of next season, they can still be sold after you've agreed that contract. It's happened to me before. So that's the danger of doing that. Well, I mean, this is an absolute no-brainer, right? Shrewsbury, not Shrewsbury. Wait, what? I thought I said Shrewsbury. I don't know. Regardless. Don't make me say Voldemort Town. Right, yeah, we're going to make an offer then, aren't we? For £93,000. Are you what an insane... Yeah, I noticed it when I was doing Bolton, because I tried to agree a contract extension with Kang, and a club started bidding on him still, and I was like, hang on, what's happening here? Luckily, it didn't happen to us, because obviously Bolton's board was rich and they didn't care. But with others, you know, hello, Mikey, how's it going? Oh, I like him, so that's going to be good for us. Glad I saw that. Basically, any player that I see... Oh, this guy's C+ as well, but it's £5 million, and it's Leicester City, and... yeah, he's just a worse version of the other guy, isn't he? But yeah, when I'm looking through this initial scout reports, if I see anybody that's like not C, they're a little bit more interesting to me. For example, this guy is B- rated, despite having a very low level of knowledge. Breda Olsen, 5'7", so he's a left back, isn't he? Who's solid tackling, great, really nice acceleration, stamina's good, teamwork's solid, bravery's great, marking's positioning's solid for 19. Tackling's probably okay for 19. Do need to know what his crossing's like. Now, what we'll do to solve that problem, of course, is he playing for Bodder? No. We'll team report the shit out of it. We'll team report Bodder. It doesn't always work, but it does seem to. And I'm going to shortlist him as well as get more information on him while we're at it. Because he intrigues me. Yeah, already 19. Yeah, but not everyone has to be. Dear vibes. Yeah, a little bit dear vibey, honestly. But Twitch won't let you resubscribe despite it being available to new today. Oh, really? Have you tried just refreshing the page? Sometimes I find that Twitch is weird like that. If you're watching a stream and then it ticks over to your subscribing point. I had this trouble with Mike's stream the other day. While you're actually watching it, it doesn't like let it... It says it does, but it doesn't. It's really weird. Oh, imagine if there was just an overall team report button. That'd be sick. Chengbin Zhu is a great name for a Spanish central midfielder. I assume that's because of the whole one. He won't talk to us. Cedric Achon. What's the injury? Why are they so prevalent? Are they full of old people? Why are they so prevalent this year on FM? There seems to be way many hip injuries. Really weird. The guy at Teestead. Ooh, won't talk to us though. Interesting. We do kind of need a jet ski emote. You're right. Okay, so these guys, they're just going back around again, even though he's got a hip injury. We'll see him when he's well again. This guy, though, Bogdan Jacek, more information. I feel like he cost too much for a loan farm, and I don't think he's really got it, honestly. Now that we know a lot more about him, we can see his attributes, we can see his personality. For me, he's a no. Because I think he'd end up costing like $1.5 million. We can't really afford that right now on a player like that for no real reason. I'd say not for us. In fact, I'm going to just, yeah. Willie Connolly. Wow, that's expensive. Let's have a look at the guy at Teestead. Hildegard. Oh dear, no. Can't really do anything. Not really sure what he'd do, honestly. He's tall and he's quick, but he can't cross. I mean, he couldn't anticipate anything. Yeah, no, not for me. In fact, I'll probably just get rid of you as well. Also, Vladimir Putilin. Jesus Christ. And he's Ukrainian and he plays for really FM. What a day. Okay, we move. Board Olav Stronda. Yeah, someone at the SI offices has had a bloody phenomenal day there. Oh, TikTok. I think I'd probably get that taken down on TikTok, honestly. Which is fucking stupid, by the way. But there you go. And what else we got? Branislav Babovic. Hang on. These are all, like, don't know enough about you yet. Unless I see any Bs or anyone that stands out, we'll just pop them all back around the conveyor belt again. We're working our way through, though. At least we found a couple of guys already. All the way down to there. Oh, an Oblak. There's good pedigree in that name. Okay, get rid of you. And that gives us a nice chunk of players here that we can just bin off entirely, unless there's anyone I see that's... Oh, one of the Brown guys has fallen a bit low. Aldrich Bayer is a good name. Very good name. Hey, Dan! It's a Saturday and you're not at Fulham. What is this? It's almost like we're not playing. Oh. He's really good at receiving the ball. This would actually be a really strong sign out. Silver, there it is. He's done it.
I looked for a limerick with your name and this was all I found. .01 was a child named Matt. He around with Zara. He walked into town and attacked a clown. Then walked back home with a cat. Happy 18 months.
Thank you, Silveretta, for the 18 months. Was it Martin Clunes I attacked? Because I would never do that. Yeah, so what we're doing with the conveyor belt thing is 1 week scouting. That way they just keep bubbling back through. I explained this on the last stream, but I really cannot stress how important this is, because I think this is one of the reasons we've got so much better at scouting lately. If you set your scout to fully scout a player, most of the time, the next thing you hear from that scout will be when that player is fully scouted. And that takes time. Sometimes literally months. If you do it on a weekly basis, you'll get regular updates from that scout. Sometimes there's no news and it's the same amount. However, it means that if at a certain point that player falls below your threshold, you can then stop scouting them without wasting all your scouts' time getting them fully scouted. You can kind of do it as you go along and just a process of elimination and narrow them down way quicker. That's what we've been doing, and I think it's worked tremendously so far. Yeah, TikTok Loon chat. Journals look forward to the war between... That's amazing. George Bush in tatters. Yeah, I saw that, Dan. What's happening with that? I got a news article about it earlier, but I didn't get a chance to actually read it. Complain to chat and let me read it. There you go. You just got to complain in chat and it's all good. Right, let's get this guy signed, because if that's the amount he wants... Are we being sold an absolute dud here? Something feels fishy about it, but honestly, for the 93 grand, it was worth a go, right? He's Spanish as well, which is gorgeous. I mean, he probably will... This is the type of player that is almost guaranteed to be Irish in 5 years' time. He's just... He'll be Augusto Perez. It's sorted, right? Tony playing FM again, yeah. That should be fine, right? Yeah, nice. No problem. Fashion Junior. Yeah, he plays for Celtic in real life. He was playing for them in the Europa League final this week. Oh, no, Barto doesn't count. Barto plays for Spain. He actually has 3 Spain caps. Incredibly, El Barto has 3 caps for Spain already. And he's just not as good as Mihov. He just really isn't. If we got a bid on Barto, that could solve a lot of problems, honestly. Because if I... Wow, he was just, like, done. Am I missing something here? I feel like for 93 grand... All right, 95 now, weirdly. It's a bit of a no-brainer. El Mihov. Man, Mihov's got, like, 40 caps. That was just instant. Amaranth has a Twitch... let's have a look. Let's see what I've got recommended. We'll just go to my Twitch profile for the moment. We're doing this when I'm live. And yes, I do. I actually do. My recommended channels on Twitch are Squirrel, who... Big up Squirrel. Amaranth. War Dog Unleashed. Riot Games. A channel called Sisuma. And Scroobius Pipio. Those are my recommended channels. I think that's just... Is that just like a Twitch thing? You get her automatically recommended. What am I clicking? Oh, I didn't have Firefox loaded. Shit. There it is. Hopefully that actually loads. Ah, you got Exuma as well. Nice. Not Exuma, Shisuma. I blame Viking. True. True. And the thing is, we can chat shit about Viking because he's not here today. He's at work, so... He's been at work all week because the other person that he works with that does the same job as him is off. And he normally does 3 on 3 off. And then they were just like, no, you can do it. Spinelli or Amaranth? I'll ask him. I'll ask him later. That's the big one. You know he's going to say Spinelli, right? I just text him. Hey, Bano. You know what? For 90 grand, it was worth a punt, wasn't it? And I still think... Oh, now we get to do it. So, development list. Bam. In he goes. He's Spanish. We don't have to worry about that. Playing for its own team. Loan cannot be terminated. On he goes. And then once that's done, that's in there. I'll offer him out straight away anyway, just in case. Usually it doesn't work straight off the bat. Sometimes it does, though. Ireland. Off we go. See what happens.
Here's a fun fact.
It's worth a go. Yesy! Thank you for the follow. I've never watched Minecraft YouTube at all, so I wouldn't have a clue. I need to adjust these for our actual pre-season ones. Big shout out RDF. Get those in for the moment. Cool. You want the recommendations back? I know. If she would just raid me, then this relationship would become... Not consummated. That is the wrong word, Matt. Reciprocal. There you go. She just raid Amaranth later. Recovery after team bonding. They're going out for a piss up, Dan, basically. They're going paintballing. Code of conduct, Regan booty picks. Cool. See what I mean? Within a day, St. Pat's just desperately want our players. They could become the third best side in this league if they just start getting a few of them. They've already got one. I wonder if now that they've got one guy, it might be enough to convince Augusto Perez to join them, and then a few more to join them, and then a few more to join them. Because they seem to be the one team that desperately want to loan our players all the time, and they keep saying no. But if we could just get a few more out there, there's something here, I'd say. Ah, welcome aboard, Piercy. How's it going? Yeah, that recap, I had to really quickly throw that together yesterday because I spent a long time working on the Nomads video yesterday. More than normal, obviously, because I was, well, I had to go like 18 months into the save. Okay. Right, preseason meeting. Can only afford to buy underwear. I know, it reminds me of that bit from Love Actually. You know when Chris Marshall's character goes to like Wisconsin or whatever, and they're just like, you'd have to share a bed with us, and we're so poor we can't even afford pajamas. It's just, yeah, good line. And we move. Back for another season. Good God. I feel like a university lecturer. I want to get this all the way down here. I want to see what we can... I want to get a scroll wheel on this screen. Reaction I was after. FAI cut. Wait. Did I just say... Not seen enough actually. You're missing out. You are missing out. Emboldened. Good God. Didn't say when. Ah, okay. Right. My bad. No promises. Code of conduct. Positive. Good. Right. They didn't mention anything about Europe, thank Christ. Yeah, I'm going to need a megaphone to get through this. Chelsea wants back. I want him to not go anywhere. There's PSG. He'll complain, but he's still pissed at me from before. We've got a year and a half to fix it. Get that squad. Oh, we'll go to Hungary. Nice. I don't think he'll make a difference, but it's just nice getting him at... Well, okay then. That's not expected. Toffee Yogi with the 6 months. Thank you very much. How's it going? Oh. Hope you're well. Oh, it's happening. It's happening, friends. So first things first. Shablo, who we were forced to sell. To be fair, GG Dynamo. GG. That's good work from them. They've done on us. Bano with the Prime. Thank you very much for the Prime. That's very kind of you, my friend. Mujo is back. Yeah, so he was one of the few players that wouldn't agree to a loan extension. Him and Han, sadly, were the guys. At least Matt Rosal is close. Hey. Hey. Don't tempt me. Oh, God, I can't do buttons up now. There we go. Just for the lols. Because my guess is, honestly, John, I imagine a streamer of that size probably could not give a shit about anyone raiding. And my guess is they probably have a threshold on raids of like 1,000 anyway, so it wouldn't even show up. Because you can actually set like a minimum threshold. I don't do it because why would I? But I believe you can anyway. So Shelvike's going to Shelbourne too. You know what? With 16 finishing... Oh, it's Shelbourne, not St. Pat's. Okay, that's annoying. Alexis is going to Partizan for 500,000. Not ideal. Thighs freeze. Unsure about... Could be persuaded. What a guy. What a guy. Maybe sell him. Well, yeah, but... Oh, that's happening too. 1.5 million for Pereira. Not the best deal for us, honestly, but had to be did. He wasn't getting any game time with us at all, and we've got better guys now. So that's a bit more extra cash in the bank. Nice. Takes us close to £60,000. The problem with Mujo is... Where is he? Where the hell is Mujo? Oh, yeah, there we go. Christianich. It would be getting someone to buy him. There is the problem. Because he's a loan listed guy. But it's a question of how we get someone to buy him off of us and what the price would be. Because if we could get £6 to £8 million, I would do it. Particularly with you look at how much we paid for him, which was what? 200 grand. Now, let's have a look. We prefer to stay, but it's open. You know what? I could just smack him out with a straight up one of these and just see what's out there for him. Wouldn't be the worst idea, I guess. Since he's not actually going to kick up a fuss about it, we might as well give it a go and see what's out there. Now, what I would say is prepare for a list of non-negotiable bids of like 500 grand. But loan with a fee at the end of it. The problem is that the loans... Firstly, no one will take him on loan as it is, so I can't even get in a position to do that. Is he useful? I mean, he's never played a game for us. And we have better players around the club that I feel like his value for me at the moment is never going to be any higher than it is. Hey, I'm a trainer. Let's just see. Let's test the mores. We don't actually have to sell him, but we can see how much they want him, really. So that's Rodrigo. We did make a loss on Pereira in a single season, which is not ideal. He just wasn't good enough, unfortunately. That was back when we were having all those issues with the board. Promising youngster. I mean, not really. Who needs Pereira? We've got Octavio. Like, we don't need it. Hey, Peanut Lad. Hello, Argyle. How's it going? Could buy a lot of virgins for its value. This is true. Do you know where we should go to do that? We should go to the, what was it? Monumental Virgin de Chappie. That's the place. It's where they keep them all. So what other outgoing ones have we still got on the block? Oh, Anders Hansen as well. So that'll earn us a little bit more cash for like another £1 million probably from him, which will keep us nicely above the, yeah, look at this. He wants to go to FK Sarajevo. Actually, they're bidding kind of, can I at least, no. I hate that these are always non-negotiable. Player exchange. I mean, I've thought about it, and then I stopped thinking about it because I didn't. What would we do with the player exchange? Who would we exchange him for?
Here's a fun fact.
Also, I find that player exchanges just don't really seem to work very well on FM this year, or ever. This seems like one of the most useless things in Football Manager because clubs just don't ever go for it for the most part, from my experience. Anyway, Nilsson, thank you for the follow. So Ireland has. Well, the thing is, it might well have that job, but we're not in the under-18 leagues because, once again, SI didn't program Ireland properly. So Treaty don't have a youth team in an actual league. They do, if you start to save now, they would do. But when the game was released, they didn't because reasons. 3.2... I mean, it's money, honestly. Oh, Hansen's going for Mulder. We knew that. I mean, I think... Definitely not them, because they want that. What do we get? Get him for? Oh, 200 grand. He cost us 200 grand in the first place. 245k was the original sale. Because he's been on loan at Sligo for the last 3 years, but he refused to go back. And I don't think we're going to be able to get him out again. That's the issue. Mr. Hazy with the 3 months.
Are you ready to get the Baku out for the NASCAR All-Star Race format?
I'm going to be honest with you, Hazy. I think I might give it a skip. I found the NASCAR All-Star Race one of the just strangest conundrums in sport, honestly. I don't know why it needs to exist, to be fair. It feels like something they've carried over from other sports in America and gone, yeah, we need that in a racing series. Really, really odd. Although I did like the cool lights they had under the cars last time. Made it like Need for Speed. After a hasty Google... was it Google Images, Millennium? From less significant play. Yeah, well, to be fair, that's because we're trying to drum up a bit of cash. Back to his old club? Yeah, it would. But we would be screwing them over, and I'm all right with that. I'll accept anyone's, like this one as well, just in case, because it's actually more money. But I don't want to risk ultimating it just in case. Hasty. Very hasty indeed. Such haste. You're not going anywhere, and you two aren't bidding enough. If we actually got that sort of money, it's not ideal, but that's another £1 million for Hansen. Not every signing we make is going to turn out brilliant. We know that. To an Irish team, it just doesn't work. Like, it literally just wouldn't work. Because what would happen is he would not agree the contract on their end. So it would all go through. Because I could offer him for literally for nothing to the club. But they can't... I've actually tried selling my players to other Irish clubs for free, and they won't do it. I offered Cenk Bayrak out a couple of years ago when he was a really solid striker for literally nothing to other Irish sides, and they wouldn't do it. Even when I was contributing wages, they still wouldn't do it. So it's a bit weird like that, unfortunately. All right, now we can have a look at the Bodder guy. Or rather, we can when we get the under-19 report through. Milan want Palek Mate, doesn't care. Right, so that's been delayed for the next day. More offers for SPAC, and we move. Oh, your local team's Treaty United. Awesome. Yeah, they probably should have beaten Cove last night, honestly. Whereas Alan, who's Alan? Hey, DFB fan. It's always fucking Chelsea, isn't it? Right, highly influential. We'll see. We'll send the boys round. This happens every window. We know the drill. We actually only have 2 team leaders now. That's one of the downsides of losing Millie, but other people will move up into it. Once initially agreed playing time. What the hell? Wait, why is Kriznich unhappy when I... Okay, right, we might have to go into stage 2. The Brazilian we had. Oh, Alan! Sorry, it was the spelling. He is currently in Saudi Arabia, I believe. You actually at the match. Awesome. Right. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, cool. Done. Right, so that's tick, span. It was Leicester City. Leicester City love picking up our guys. I wonder if Leicester is still there. I've forgotten his name. Ancor Esteban, that's it. Oh, he's at Everton, not Leicester. This might be one of the worst things ever to see. £1.1 million, firstly, because of that stupid release clause before we had the good squad value. And look how much he's played in the, 7 years? 40 appearances for Everton in 7 years. Just a shame, right? Offer him out. It doesn't work, John. Like, it literally doesn't work. So when you're offering players out, if you try to put any kind of wage... Basically, so say I want to offer out Emmett Doran. Obviously, I'm not going to. If you put anything here, not one club will ever bid on your player. So we tested this out before. It just does not work. The only way you can get bids on your players by offering them out is by just doing it blank or with an actual fee here. If you try to add in installments or fees or anything, they just will not bid. We tried it. It just does not work. Which means, why is it in the game? But it's very annoying, and I wish it would work, but it doesn't. Which is a shame, because there's a lot you could do with that. I've literally tried offering players out for free, but the moment you put a clause in there or anything, they're just... Even if it's a clause where you pay them money, they won't do it. Real shame. Right, okay, so we got the work permit the next day, and we'll see. Somehow managed. I mean, what I'm saying is, in my experience, I've never had it work for me, which is why I stopped doing it, because it was costing us actual... we've got a bit of a Moisty Kipre situation on our hands here. We've got basically 2 years to convince him to stick around. And I'm fine to do that. But if he's still being a prick next January, then he's off, basically. C+, okay. Oh, he's an inside forward. Decent one, admittedly. Good crossing and dribbling. Very expensive, though, sadly. How can I start out? Well, actually, you can start out... I actually have the save file I started on Peanut Lad on my Discord server. However, I would advise against doing that because there's some bugs in the first version of the release that will fuck you with it, and you don't want that, trust me. So you're best to start from scratch. He's just too expensive for me. I'm still going to scout him because I want to see what he's like proper, but I don't think he's worth anything really right now. Oh, another guy at Bodder, though. C+. Centre-back. Okay, intriguing. Cheap. Will talk to us. Håkon Larsson. Does have good passing, in fairness, but probably just need more information on him. But I do like him. Wouldn't be... He's not the tallest, and he doesn't have the best heading ability. That's the problem. But as a ball-playing defender, he probably actually would be quite good. I just don't know how much I trust him, given how important our aerial ability of those guys actually is. Another C+ here. Artur Babenko. Another keeper. 6'2". Oh, no. Absolutely not. 18 to 20 eccentricity. God, no. Ball-winning midfielder. Yeah, we don't use ball-winning midfielders, though, so that'd be kind of... But people always say that. They're like, hey, look, he's a centre-back. You should make him a ball-winning midfielder in a tactic that doesn't use ball-winning midfielders. It's just like, we need to have players that fit our style, basically. Yeah, it's the one attribute when you see it that you go, oh, no. Like, when would eccentricity be good? Well, tactically running, it's just that, basically. So it's a very aggressive central midfield pillar with the supporting roles playing out wide. So we want, basically, what we're looking for is central midfielders that can get forward and attack, basically. Sweeping keeper on attack, I suppose. But I find that when you have them on attack, they just do mad shit. I suppose. We start the winter update, added the Awake It to Treaty. Hey, only took him a full year. Well, nearly. Wow, another guy, though. Oh, he's way more expensive. Nurgård. Ooh, natural fitness is a bit sus, but worth giving a go, right? Oh, lookups. My bad. Was there more lookups? We did Bratislava, we did yoga, we did... Oh, right. My apologies. I must have missed that. Right, let me... Wow, there's so many border play. Oh, that's because I got those reports, wasn't I? Right, so we're doing... Let me just get to the other ones first for... God, who were they? I think it was in Dev Center, right? Yeah, Doshek's there. So that's Michael Doshek, or Michel Doshek. Decent player. And the other guy was the one that's just gone on loan to... There he is, Kagasho Shalvik, who's at Shelbourne. Wait, they're second tier now, aren't they? I think. Been set alight from overheating. Ah, that's not ideal. Oh, I assume a lot of you saw the thing with the Green Bull where Aston Martin's new car has suspicious-looking side pods. But also, did you see the thing where the whole Red Bull pit wall were drinking green cans of Red Bull? Really enjoyed that kind of shithousery. Big fan of that. So that's Kangashow Shall Like as well. Right, now let's get on to Big Jude. Of course, the Jude Bellingham fan club is in the house today. We had some requests to join the Jude Bellingham fan club on Thursday, so you'll be pleased to know. Still at PSG. 34 years, 186 England caps. Good God. I think he's been on that for a while. I think he's unlikely to go the whole way, though. But imagine if he got 200 England caps. Oh, entertainment for sure. Absolutely for sure. I like a sweeper keeper on support. That's my big deal. Let's see if he's got international retirement. Oh, wait. It's on information, isn't it? No, he is still active. Yeah, there's nothing here that says retired from international football. He could get 200 caps. Wow. I think he's got really high natural fitness, doesn't he? Well, reasonably high. Anyway, I'd love it if he got the whole lot. Defensive Sporting, I think we've had loads of lookups on them before, so I don't think, unless any new players have suddenly genned there, that's just not as good as the other one, is it? But we'll get them anyway, because why not? I'm curious for that Bodder under 19 report, though, because I want to see what that guy's crossing was like, that fullback we were enjoying. Fullback enjoyers. Oh, there he is, in fact. There's the guy. I think there's still a quality player there, but more information is required. His tackling, most of the things we were worried about is on the low side. But he's still rated at B-. We just need to get more information. Marcus. Wow, there's so many guys at Bodder. Bodder's youth team is stacked to high heaven. Maximum wage, well, to be fair, the maximum wage we can offer, I think, is 80 grand a week, but I wouldn't offer it to Jude Bellingham. I wouldn't offer, there's no point in signing a player on that kind of wage for us at the moment. Like, I like keep control of our wage structure. I know that sounds kind of counterintuitive considering we signed that other guy at quite large wages earlier, but it didn't break our structure. It just sat within it. Like, our highest paid player at the moment is 26 grand a week, and I don't really want to break the bank on a player unless they were stupidly good. If we found a guy that was like 4-star potential, 5-star ability, 5-star, like just one of those, like an Ali Tekin type of player, I'd have happily given him 60k a week because he was world class. But I try to avoid it because the moment you start offering players wages like that, they all want them. And the slower you can make the increments happen, the less you find yourselves in a big financial hole. We did it really well with Tromsø. It's one of the things I was most proud of in that save was how well we managed the finances. Anyone else in there? No. Okay. And anyone just... Sometimes a guy with like a B will slip through because they've got really high current ability, but most of the time be good. Job going to Liverpool? Really? Hey, Daz! Signed the new Juliet yet? No, we did sign a... Hang on, what have we done so far in terms of signings today? We picked up Augusto Actually, that's all we've done. We have sold a load of guys, though. So we sold like £5 million worth of players currently, and there's a few more in the works. And we've picked up this random guy here for 93 grand because he was available, and we thought, fuck it. Now we're just trying to find the next victim of our sales, potentially. Absolutely not. Just waiting for that to come around. Celtic want Mihov. No interest in joining Celtic. Good stuff, my son. I'm kind of hoping... Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's Rengifo. Right, so we have taken a plunge on a guy. He's a 28-year-old Peruvian left-sided player. But I kind of like him, despite of his mentals not being perfect. I just think he's a really solid backup for our left side. The truckload of signings, yeah, we're getting ready for him. Backup Millie from Peru, yeah, Marco Rengifo. Let's see. If he's like 2.5, 3 stars, that's fine. That's basically what we're looking for in a backup left-sided player. You know what? I'm alright with that. Sell me off on loan back. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. It was way too much stress. 8 million we get from the Champions League. What do you mean? Like, we haven't got it, though. So, we can't spend money we don't have. Because the moment we drop into secure finances, the board will just sell all our players. Yeah, 5.6 million pounds. For 400k, I'd say that's fine. Even if it's only for a couple of seasons. He's got some nice physicals, too. He's very, very nippy. What's his flair like? Actually, surprisingly low. Decent dribbling. Crossing's but as a backup left-sided player, he could even cover the middle, honestly. I wouldn't want him to because of the finishing ability. That's fine. He's going to sit behind Diaz. But retire. So Barbara Bruggen retired, if I recall. Well, he was certainly planning on it, right? Yeah, he just outright retired after that loan spell at Lyon. It's a shame because I feel like if he'd stayed with us, we could have convinced him to go a lot longer than 34. 34 is very young for a goalkeeper to be retiring. I was surprised, but I think it's because he wasn't really playing a lot. He never played a single match for Porto. They spent £20 million on him, and he never played a single minute of football for them. He was 2 spells on loan at Treaty and 1 year on loan at Lyon. Oh, dearie me. You could have just stuck around, Bart, honestly. I mean, admittedly, that's my fault. We were the ones that sold him after all, but I think that was the right choice, given what we know now. Perez is... Yes, okay, good. Another loan for some Pats. Excellent. A few more of these, and they might actually be up for it. They could actually be quite decent. Right, aha. I wonder if this has actually made any difference. Nah. There's something there, but I want to give him a chance. Hang on, is there anyone in here I might have missed? Nope. Oh, actually, just maybe this guy, Gerd and Holger. I'll tell you what, actually. It's certainly enough for me to get a 1-week scout report. So League Rep is currently 11th, which is really good. We had a nice big jump up next year, and coefficient was still sitting at the moment, looking to overtake, I think, Czech Republic, right? Yeah, Switzerland are having an absolutely outright... How have Switzerland got 13 points? We're not even in the knockout stages yet, and they've got 13 points. That's insane. That's like the second most in Europe. But yeah, as things stand currently, we're overtaking Czech Republic, but Austria could still overtake us. So as things stand, we would gain up to 12th spot, which is very useful. Something about that guy in the youth intake. I wonder. He intrigues me. That's... Oh, hang on, shit. I need to turn off the managing friendlies thing that we switched on for a match that we then ended up not managing because the game glitched out. We put ourselves in charge of friendlies for Emmett Doran's testimonial, and then the game just went past it anyway, which was great. Get a few friendlies done. Man United's not till a month. It's over a month away till Man United, so we should be in a good spot right now. Any of the new guys play? Look at that. Emmett Doran is just an absolute beast still. He just does it. Turkey are losing a good year. That could help us, actually. Basically, the problem we've had this year is just that none of our... Yeah, Bootsy's ass, man. It has been for a while, actually. We didn't have any representation in the lower Europa competitions, and as a result, it really was just us and Dundalk. If Dundalk could get in, like, not the Champions League next year, I actually think they could clean up. If they were in the Europa Conference League, I think they could actually go quite deep into the knockouts, which is good. But we'll see. Plus, we'll have Bows in it next year. The Nomads youth intake, I know. Insane. For me, that might be the best youth intake preview I've ever seen. In terms of, since I've been playing the game and they had that feature in the way that it is presented right now. I've never seen it be... I had to scroll down before the players were rated less than an A. It's insane. Now, obviously, it could still be dog shit, but I don't know. I think we might have just lucked out there in one of the best youth intakes ever. Why are they already going for the loans? That's weird. I love how they're only trying to pay 12 million there in total. Right, so PSG are in there, which means we're going to have to deal with Mate being a pillock, but I don't think he's even going to complain. Yeah, he's not, because he's still pissed off from last time. Which nation is the worst while still being into Europe? Well, they all get into Europe. So, yeah, I mean, basically, the way to find out the worst nation is just go to the bottom of the coefficient rankings. Like, every nation gets into Europe. It's just, you won't get a lot of spots in there. Yeah, that was from the job hunt. Because obviously, when you join the club, you get, like, the youth intake preview straight away, even if it was technically given, like, months ago. But we only have to wait, like, it'll be in Monday's video, because it's only, like, a month away. It's going to be awesome. The youth uptake. Our youth intake was crap, as always. In this save, anyway. Worse than normal, if anything. C+. Look at this. South African guy just randomly will talk to us. 6'2". Ooh, the tackling on you, sir. Heading could be anything, really, but his jumping reach is also fairly solid. I think we do have to stop punting on these guys unless they're like 200 grand, but he's definitely worth another look, obviously. What about you as well? Mirko Kovacs. I mean, he's got no jumping reach at all, but still. A couple of guys at Chelsea. 37 million. Yeah, probably not there. Why is his agent thinking that we can afford that? Lakis Arkoumanis. It's cool. Oh, he's Greek. He plays for Atromitos. Any other interesting ones in there? I love how... Oh, that's C-. That's why. Let's have a little scroll down. Oh, wait. No, hang on. Stop it there. Oh, Venezuelan as well. He's 20 now, but still. And then all of you, unless there's anyone obvious in there. Nope. Get rid of you. Cool. We move. That's our Chabby. We do. We have the Monumental Virgin Scout. It's, oh, mate, Silver, I'm loving it, honestly. Even though sometimes they take a long time to record, it's so satisfying to create that kind of content. It's just so much fun. I was just in a really good mood yesterday as well, in fairness. Create a link to a Norwegian league. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a Norwegian affiliate club, honestly, but the board I don't think are letting me still yet. No. But that'd be the nice one to have next, honestly. For our next, like, particularly if I could get someone like Bodder, that'd be good. There he goes, Federico Perea. Where's he come from? I mean, he's no Alejandro Vulcan, let's be honest, but he's fucking tasty. Little man, did I not say thank you for the follow? If I didn't, then thank you very much for the follow. It really does seem like that, Hazy, because the amount of our quality youth players we've lost to English sides before they've even come through our youth intake is probably part of the reason we struggle, I'd say. See you later, Silver. Have a great day. Yeah, he's a bit good, isn't he? How much did they pay originally? 14. I mean, to be fair, that stonks from Man United. We got decent youth intakes to begin with, but obviously it's all relative, innit? But our youth, we've basically done everything we can as far as best practice to get the good youth intakes, but it's just a question of, like, yeah. So we've got a Slovakian side. No, hang on, is it Slovenia or Slovakia? I want to get this right. Slovakia, and we've got a Hungarian side, because we've got Pushkas as our affiliate, and they've got some stonking good facilities, and also, more importantly, really good youth recruitment. No. We're not selling Palo Vinicius. Hell fucking no. Again, not happening. So Spac's happy to stay. That's all good. That's all good. Right, okay. No Bodo were interested. I know. I think there was a couple of Norwegian sides in the last time we looked, but they didn't have good enough facilities, unfortunately. Or not facilities, their recruitment was crap. So it wasn't the ones you'd want as your affiliates. So he's going to junior. I mean, he's Irish citizenship, but he's got a cap for Serbia, so he couldn't become Tomislav O. Leksic. Besides, he's also leaving in 6 months. No, 2 days. He's leaving in 2 days. Might be a friendly, true. I feel disappointed that Tom Howcroft hasn't actually got more. Didn't get any caps after he became all Irish and that. Did it say what? Oh, maybe it was a friendly then. I don't think it would say it if he couldn't literally play for them. Wow, that's their entire... Oh, that's the reserves. Okay. Did I miss one? Yes, I did. Okay, I didn't see their first... I missed their first team one. Hello, who are you? Guillermo Labrucherie. I mean, he's definitely worth a look, isn't he? He's just definitely worth a look. Any high potentials while we're there? Yep, Paulo Pereira. Yeah, I'll probably do that too. Caps. So I believe the cap thing actually comes from... they used to actually get given caps, like an actual physical object, if I recall. Or it's the other way around, and that was invented later as a tradition. I don't know the origins of it, but I believe it came from actually being given physical caps back in the day. Terror is better than none. True, but what I meant is we had a choice of other teams that were much better. So I wasn't going to pick a bad Norwegian team. As in a Norwegian team with bad youth recruitment when I could pick a Slovakian team with really good youth recruitment. That's what I was trying to calculate. Comes from cricket. There you go. I knew I was on the right lines, but not exactly close. No. I'm definitely not selling you. You're off starting left-sider. At Norway. Is the player from Norway. Hang on. Sorry, which player am I looking up here? I need to be very clear about what I'm looking up. Which is the player? But we can look up the guy if you can tell me what his name is. I'm guessing it's Horn. Lol. 21st. Okay. Horn, Norwegian lad. Never heard of him, mate. I think he might have retired. I love that Hot Light Reese is still available in this save. Mad. We're still going for first appearance. That's kind of sick. So yeah, currently managed by Christian Mikkelsen. Obviously, we knew that. 21st in the world. The top players. The former Tromsø guy. Isak Hansen Aurun. Yeah, he's a bit good, isn't he? Fucking hell. How good are the players from Norway? Okay, that's going to be a tough one. I'm not really sure how I can answer that question. Because, like, they're not scouted, so I wouldn't know how good they are. You can see the clubs they play for. Lots of still domestic guys. It's a bit of a vague thing that I can't really give you a concrete answer for, but lots of them at Bodø and Brann. Burnley as well, with Rugsund. Came through at Dundee. No, he came through at Man City, actually, Ivo Ruxund. Isaac Solberg, who was actually... Spiderman.jpg. Hello, sir. He's my goalkeeper on my other save. He's the goalkeeper at Suniusk. Ah, that's kind of cool. Just knocking about. Love to see it. Any other ones? Let's see. Kaiser at Vålerenga, Werder Bremen. Oh, it's Sheldrup's actually at Vålerenga now. Yeah, it's a Suniusk keeper. Oh, I thought that was a guy called Alexander Kirkeorne. Well, it is. I thought it was Isaac Kirkeorne for a second. And of course, Alexander Hammervold. That's the guy. Hey, Miles. You did your own treaty save. Nice. Recruitment. How do scouts doing their job? I mean, honestly, Miles, you can't. I find that scouts pretty much don't do their jobs unless you tell them to do their jobs properly. So the way we do scouting is with the under-19 and under-21 international team squads, and then tell the scouts to scout those specific players, and then basically don't let them do anything themselves. This is the Hamcam striker. This is him. So that's basically all you can do, really. Now, it does take a long time, is what I would say. Runa Norheim. No, that was Kenny Norheim. The Tromsø right back I had was Kenny Norheim, but close. Oh. How good Espen is for Norway. Yeah, okay, but my point is that, like, it's a bit weird. I guess it's because... What? Oh, he's actually from Tromsø in real life. Sick. What? Why don't I have an opinion of it? He's my player. He's not on loan. What the hell? Bravo FM. Tartar for now, and as always. Hey, Zagrani. But that's what you do. Just go to, like... This is... I never do this on stream because it's tedious, obviously. No one wants to sit and watch that.
If I know you catched up with the Nordic nomads, really loving it and also still really enjoying the building a nation. Long story short, keep it up, visage souriant.
There's been so much love for nomads over the last couple of months, and it makes me happy just because you know how close I was to not doing a Let's Play on YouTube this year. That's certainly changed my mind on that one, let's be honest. So, what was I going to check? My brain's gone numb. Not numb, that's definitely not. That's not a good thing. Yeah, it's completely dead. My brain's just... It's done. Nope, it's gone. I was going to look up something and I forgot what it was. Olavium. Olavium, it sounds like a mystical element from like a sci-fi channel movie, right? Olavium. Who's he at? Oh, he's at Inter. Oh, he's a real guy. Oh, he came through at Starbeck. Oh, the scouting. Yes, thank you. The tedious thing on stream, yeah. So, I'll just quickly show this. Thank God the Blue Star database didn't work. Honestly, yes. Because I don't think I would have stumbled into the presentation style that I use now if that had just worked. I had ideas, but it wasn't quite the same thing. However, I still want to do Blue Star next year, but with the new presentation style. And I think it'll be actually much better for it, to be fair. I'll let you down easy, Danny. As far as I know, Paul Carlsberg is not in this database. I don't know why he's not in this database, but he's not. So yeah, that's Olavium. And I'll just have a quick check, but I'm fairly certain we've looked up Carlsberg a lot in this save. Yeah. For some reason, he wasn't in the database, and I suspect... Who does he play for in real life? Because I swear he should be available, but for some reason or another... Why have I shut down my... Hang on, I think I accidentally shut my request queue for some reason. There we go. So we did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. I'll refund your points for that, and we're back. Beautiful. Yeah, no, he was great on the last save. Rebuilding save for YouTube? No. Not on F123. My plan for F123 is probably to start with the Blue Star one that I was supposed to be doing this year. But rebuilding saves just aren't really doing it for me anymore. There's no one that I really want to rebuild. Let's see. Anyone here? Yes. 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 2 of them are 5-star as well. These are new. Oh my god, they're brand new to their youth intakes. Oh, he's going to need a bit of... Nigerian national team. So yeah, what I would do basically is I would just go in like this into the under-20 squads in the African side. You can see how much of this players I have scouted. So each year, some of this scouting knowledge will remain, and it will tell you how old the reports are. Because I set up my a filter, like a view like this, so I can see this information. And then I'll just go and look at the players that we don't have scouted currently that are under a certain age. Then I'll just go report, get scout report for 1 week, and I'll do that for every single nation in Africa, Europe, South America, and then with these ones too. You'll notice that you'll get some guys like this guy here, Maxwell Emmanuel. 18-year-old Nigerian. He's got a cap for Nigeria already, playing for Famalicão, but he's only 18 years old. Bam. That's how I'm finding players. Just found one right there. He's very interesting, actually. Probably a bit expensive because Famalicão, but that's right there is an example of the players you can just randomly find by doing this. So let me show you the actual national team squad while we're at it. I love how almost all of them have a second nationality, except for the two lads that are two lads that play for Enugu Rovers. He did look a bit good, didn't he? You'd be amazed how easily you can find quality players doing that. And bear in mind, most of the time I'm not looking at specific players. I'll just get them in bulk, so I don't actually take the time to look at them individually. But sometimes I do, and then sometimes you see things like that. It's awesome. Look at all these second nationalities. Czech, Spanish, Belgian, English, Portuguese, French, Swedish, with Ishak Abdulrazak, who is, of course, a real player. Destiny Bassi. That is solid. Plays for Sparta Pro. Whoa, he's quite good, isn't he? Or at least solid. Not really what we would want right now, but decent. Also, Kolawole Sunday is also an extremely good name. Big fan of that. Look at under-19 players with national team caps. You can, but it's no quicker than doing it this way, because if you look at under-19 players with... oh, yeah, sorry. You mean like the old scouting search thing. That works too, but you'll only get like 100 players at most, and most of them will be playing for really small nations. Now, you could filter it by under-19 caps, or under-21 caps, but then you end up... It becomes even more tedious. This one, at least you can you'll find yourself scouting a lot of the same players if you do that. Whereas at least this way, because of the way I set up the scout reports with the knowledge level and the days old, you then know when you last scouted them. And that way you can avoid them the next time around, because there's obviously a reason you didn't sign them prior. That's the reason I leave it with, that's why I have this on. That way I can avoid players that I've already looked at in the past and only go after the new guys. But you have to be careful when you do it. So you have to make sure you do it within a year each time. Otherwise, they'll all disappear, because you only get this information for a year. That's why I can't discard all of our scout reports sometimes, because it would be just a guy that I've scouted twice accidentally. Anatole Trubin. Nope, that's spelled wrong. Oh, there he is. Well done. Game's bailed me out there. Oh, yes, I've seen that disappointed looking face before. So, wait, hang on. Okay, now. What the fuck? So he was a Shakhtar goalkeeper. And then in 2028, he became the Dynamo Kiev goalkeeper for £39 million. And then in 2033, he became the Shakhtar goalkeeper for £23 million. And then a year later, Dynamo Kiev bought him back again for £38 million. Yeah, what is this career? Just disappears off. So they take a loss of 16 million quid. And then a year later, buy him back for a 16 million quid loss again. They might as well open an American candy shop in London at this point, right? He is a very clean man. That is ridiculous. These guys can go. Now, that's what I call money laundering. So Alexic is gone. There we go. We're up to 62 million again now. It's getting better. Got a bit more cash in case we find the right signing. Unsure about joining Atletico, you boss. 3.5 million. Okay, that should have come in already, right? Yeah, okay. That's good. Nothing suspicious. Nothing to see here at all. Just totally normal financial behavior. Right, okay. Now we've got a bit more to work with. We've probably got about... I want to keep us above 50 million if I can, which means we've got like £12 million to work with on signings now, which is much, much better from where we started off anyway. Just need to find the signings first. That's fine. Oh, there's only one match that week. Oh, well. Juventus want Thighs freeze. No interest in joining them. Good stuff. I already did that, right? There we go. Okay, potential issue with Silvera. Missing out on training camp. Oh, I'm sorry, Francisco. Would you like me to sell you? I'll do that. Yeah, that seems about right. We'll do that. No problem. I rule with an iron fist. Yeah, it's not a lot of money, is it? But he's not worth a lot of money either. Off you go. 12 million for me. Oh, no, we already did that, didn't we? And he has no interest in joining anyway. Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. This is more like it. These guys are way more scouted than the others. The Ukrainian branch of the Namib... Maybe. Maybe. Okay. 28 million. Obviously not. 48 million. Obviously not. Oh, this is all our recruitment team. Shit. Hello, this man here. Which one was the 1.9k, sir? Hang on. Who's the 1.9k guy? I must have missed one. Hang on. Am I missing something? Constant. Oh, yeah, he's... Yeah, but... That. We'll try it, honestly. Right, these two are obviously well out of our price range. There's just no point in even continuing looking at these guys because they're playing for these clubs. Same with Dorian Gage, really. £31 million. I think he's really good, if I remember. Oh, my fucking hell. He's good, isn't he? It'd be nice to get to a point... He's actually kind of the perfect centre-back because he's got really solid tent poles. He has high bravery and his aggression is high, but not, like, overly high. He's tall in the air. He's not the quickest, but still 6'2", good determination. He is fantastic, but can't afford him. One day, maybe. Timon Engelhardt, I mean, £17 million for a guy from Watford. It's just not really... Right, let's have a look at this guy. Inverted winger, but who cares? Just retrain him, right? What do you reckon? This stage of my career? Would prefer a loan move? If he would, we could do the loan move thing. If that one comes up, we could try that. I reckon it's got to be this stage of my career. Actually, no. We're just going to go straight for the bid. Let's not even do the agent. Let's just bypass him entirely because we've reckoned that might have been causing a problem. Got these Mariah Carey tickets. Did he get them off of my hairdresser's ex-boyfriend by any chance? Let's try this then. I mean, sure. It's worth a go at that price, isn't it? I probably could have got him cheaper now, I think about it. You are very good, aren't you? But just a little bit too expensive. But shitting hell, Turkey are churning out some solid players in this save. They're just always a bit out of reach. Not the Garden Menace. Brodman, we already looked at him, didn't we? But he's quite cheap, actually, for considering. He's one of those players that looks kind of... He looks good, but then you look a bit closer and realise that actually he's not that good. His finishing isn't spectacular and his composure probably isn't either. He's not quick and he's sort of... Yeah, it's just a bit you know? He might have decent potential, but I just don't think he's really that good, honestly. He feels like a pass for me. And he'd cost us a decent whack of change, I suspect, as well. And I don't think it's worth it, honestly. Like, we have found some top bargains in Germany, or Austria in this case, but I don't think he's one of them, honestly. Hey, Rob. He lacks the pace. Like, to me, if they're not going to be quick, they have to have other things that make up for it, and he kind of doesn't do any of those things at the moment. Balanced personality as well. He does have decent determination. I just don't think he's really right for us. I'll get rid of you, but I'll keep scouting you, because you intrigue me. I want to see you fully scouted as well, and you as well. Even if you won't sign for us at the moment. If you get into the Champions Path playoff for the Champions League, yes. So if you go into if you're in the playoff of anything, that means you're guaranteed the group stages of the one before. And in fact, if you get to the third round of the Europa League qualifiers, you're guaranteed group stages of no, sorry. If you get to the second, there's a weird way that you can drop down twice. There's one area where you can. I can't remember which one it is exactly, but it's a bit weird. Set assignments, no. So I still let my chief scout do that. We tried doing it for a bit manually, and it just didn't have any effect. And our scouts weren't gaining knowledge in the places we were sending them. So it was kind of pointless at that point. It feels like the scouts... Basically, they've buggered up the scouting dynamics so that the scouts lose knowledge of a nation faster than they gain knowledge of a nation, and thus defeats the point of gaining knowledge. So, yeah. Brand Van Dam is a good name. Complete forward. Oh, my God. But again... He lacks the speed. He's like Jan Vosterek. To me, he is exactly like Jan Vosterek. Only worth a lot more money. Hopefully fixing F23. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. But as long as they don't announce it as a feature. That's basically... Yeah, I mean, he's just too expensive, isn't he? He's probably a very solid striker for them. But actually, he only has 3 and 19. I know you can't see that, but... He's, yeah. Hey, Con. What about these two? Evan Uglund. Uglund is a cool name. Now, please be tall. Evan, please be tall. Okay, okay. Oh, no heading. I mean, he's good, isn't he? Possibly. But I don't really trust the reports on him at the moment, particularly with that heading. Like, he's got good tackling, which is good, because that's the one thing that we can't work on. Really. Realist, reasonably tall. We just need more information on him, I think. Despite having a reasonable amount of it. What about Larinaga? There's 64 reports on this screen. Christ on a bike. Laranyaga. 5'11", 12 jumping reach. He's actually got... But he won't talk to us. Weirdly. Or rather, we don't think he will anyway. Ghibli Diop. No, wait. Oh, it's just Jibby. Even better, actually. Jibby Diop. Papa Badiane. 60... Oh, yeah, he's just way too expensive, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, my God. There's some quality players coming through at Dortmund. Imagine. Oh, a Togolese guy. Now, that's more like it. Have a knowledge of a player go down. Yes. Maybe it was a worse scout you sent or something accidentally. More information on you, just in case something comes of it. Best league, Ireland, Austria, if you want to start a bit higher, Poland and Hungary, probably. Although there are some unlicensed leagues, that, as in ones that require a separate database, that are apparently quite good too. Apparently Georgia's really good as well. So consider that as well. Richard, oh, we already looked at Akakpo Bukari, because if I recall, I called him Akakpo Bukaki when we first saw him. Still rated at 5 stars. Intriguingly. Won't talk to us, of course. Albert De Silva at Supersport United. Yep, there's a player there as well. Potentially. Jibby Diop. Weirdly quite low price, actually. Considering... Ooh, tackling's a bit sus, but there we go. Armenia. What's the rules like in Armenia? Eden Hozic as well. Oh, hang on. Hozic looks very interesting. Wait, did I not click that properly? I'll send these guys around again. Eden Hozic. Look at the mentals and physicals on him. And probably his technicals. Well, the problem is some of them are a bit too expensive. So even if I did get them, I don't know if I'd really want them. Because I don't know enough about them to really want to sign them specifically yet. And I certainly don't want to drop 4 million quid on a player that I'm not even sure about at that point. So that's why there's no point. Yeah, problem with this guy is it's got the NA. But he is definitely worth us looking at. Particularly if it'll probably be closer to 1 million, I suspect. But I'm just going to quickly slot that in just in case. Oh, that's his release. It's release clause. Wasn't fully scouted. Wait, hang on. Did I not just... I think he's good. He's one that's good enough to go for right now. I would, Dan, yeah. I was thinking about it at some point in case... we kind of exhausted what we wanted to do, and somewhere like Andorra, maybe, particularly if the rules were really good, or even if they weren't, we could just make them really good, because then you get the added difficulty of the fact that you're in Andorra. Europe, Bristol City, although surprisingly cheap, and Ugandan as well. 4 caps, 5'9". Maybe scout a bit more. Chevy. He's interesting. He's very interesting. Want more information on him, but he could be a really good future left side. He could be like an Espen Falkenos kind of on the left. Yeah, Ugandan there is pretty cool to see as well. I'll just get reports on all of these guys again, because they're all 5-star rated anyway, so... In fact, obviously I want to report on every one of these guys anyway. I just want to see if there's anyone that's worth looking at a bit more now. Now, these guys are kind of more on the don't know much about you yet database. Anyone on here as well? Bit more information. Oh, Antoine P. I recognise that name at least. I know there's a few like PSG guys in here. We'll just discard them in a minute. Oh shit, there's loads. Oh, there's a defense. Oh, that's the defensive sporting guy. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Lots of African players in this batch. We must be under the African leagues with our scouting at the moment. Right, okay, let me just check some of these guys. Because occasionally someone will sneak through. Nah, I think we're alright on that one. Go from there. Cool. Andorra with only Andorran players. I can't think of anything more boring. Malta would be fun. I have managed in Malta before with Zurich. That was kind of cool. Yeah, I feel like that would be... Because I feel like you get the difficulty comes from the league you're managing in the first place. And if you make the reg rules a bit easier, at least you've kind of got... I'm one of those people that my first is always going to be fun. It's a game at the end of the day. So fun will always be my first port of call, if you like. Same way, that's why I choose all my saves, in theory anyways. Am I going to have fun doing it? They won a Skybet Championship in 1906. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where they actually are, because we can't really see, other than looking at maybe one of their players and seeing what... Hopefully they've been there a while. Has he been there a while? There we go, he's been there 12 years. And they've been in the championship for all of those years. Oh. We could call the saver Darandora. Cyprus League rules, I don't know. Weirdly, because I have managed in Cyprus, but I can't remember what the rules were like. They weren't great, if I recall. Because when I was doing Ermis there, I actually don't know, honestly. So my guess is settle in for yet more years of the what's the word I'm looking for? Championship. There we go. I've forgotten it already. We've been out of it a couple of weeks. I've just forgotten, you know. I'll remember it again in a year. It's fine. Okay. Oh, you bastard. That's actually not bad, though. That's not bad. Oh, great. Hang on. Remove him from the shortlist, then add him to shortlist indefinitely. So that's because of the contract. When did he sign this new deal? 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's annoying. We'll wait 6 months. I think he's worth the wait. I think there's a player here. You know what? Fuck it. Well, here, while we're here, is he playing for Mladost? Yes, he is. Okay, cool. I'll get a report on Mladost so we can see what his other attributes at least vaguely look like. Because I think there's a player there and I want him, particularly if he's at that sort of price. But, yeah, we'll have to wait. You, though, this is ridiculous. Man plays 15 matches for Abidjan in the Ivorian League, and he doesn't want to join Treaty United in the Champions League. I just... Stuff like that is still very weird. Do you know what... Ooh. I might try it again. This is how I got that other guy. I think we have to go a day. I'm going to ask my Doff again. My Doff managed to land us a guy before like this. I want to see if he can do it again. Might be done. He's scared. I mean, I'd be scared too. We're a scary bunch, chat. Probably the championship. Yeah. Who? Keishan? Yep, you can have him. Go on. Oh, Porto are in. Lol. Right, let me try this again on What's Majiggy. I think if I asked my... Yeah, transfer target, transfer. Kamagate. Max offer amount, 180k, because that's how much he paid. Agreed playing time. We can literally set him... I just set to star player for whatever. And then max wage demand. Fuck it. We'll just see what happens. I just want to see if he's capable of doing what we can't. And if so, why? Proteas get a loan now. I mean, he is eligible to get a loan. That's about as much as I can tell you. Like, he's on the loan development list, but at the moment, nobody's having it. We'll try again, but I think it's unlikely he's going to get one. If anything, he might be the type of player that I'd be tempted to try and cash in on. Too cold on Ireland. Don't blame him there. Yeah, no one's interested. Send home. Ooh, that's a serious flu. Christ on a bike. Gibraltar. I never managed in Gibraltar. I know it was a big deal when it was first brought into the game. Here we go. See if this worked. It gave us a little bit more information, which is fine. That's what I was looking for. It's enough to make me think that I want to sign this guy. I'm still not sure what we do with him, honestly, because he is more of a ball winner. But can you even retrade him as a centre-back? Although the marking. But still at that price, right? We'll wait until it expires. Is Gibraltar with the base game? It was at one point. No, sorry. It was available on like an official workshop download at one point or something. I don't know if it's in the base game or not, honestly. Every team got 100 million in TV money. How did that happen? Wait, why has he bid more? I specifically said 180 grand, and he's bid 220 grand when they... Oh, well done, Vedran. Well done. GG's. Despite being alone for it, I think it's something like that, potentially. Then again, we had a guy that guy joined us earlier, and the next day, we sent him out on loan, so it can happen. The rules are guidelines. Yeah, apparently so. But it's like, why would they... They accepted 180 from me the day before. They don't always want more when they rejected you. That's not true at all. We've had players... Most of the time, you can go back in for the exact same amount. Unless something else changes, they're usually exactly the same. Exactly. Why are you not bidding 100k? I specifically requested it. They do like me more. Well, we'll see how much they like me, shall we? An AM manager with stats like this. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm about to get blinded by the white. What am I actually looking at here? 9 managerial roles. 8 defeats. Yeah, what am I looking for specifically here? Lots of cups, I guess. I mean, he's a decent manager, of course. I'm sure I'm missing something here. Oh, 600. That's a lot of goals for, actually, in quite a short space of time, to be fair. Or are you more talking about the transfer values? Because that is 143 million for Victor Osimhen. Okay, that's quite a lot in it. Promotions. 0. There's been 0 promotions. 8 days at one club. Might have been caretaker. I don't know. Unlikely that Allegri's going to be caretaking anything, but also it's FM, so FM do be doing weird things. Oh, hello. Oh no, we're fine. Not long left now, just to get through this window. Finances are still solid. Bear in mind, the other good thing is, chat, once we're out of the major European window, we still get to sign players, because our window goes on for like till April, nearly. But we then have to worry less about players leaving, basically. Liverpool, Paulo. Cool. God, that light skin. Did they even have that on the latest one? Because I love the dark skin FM. It's just so much easier to see. Like, every time that website has a dark mode or anything has a dark one, I'm on it because it's just so much easier on my eyes. Okay. Oh, a Fulham guy. The Treaty Hawaiian shirt. Oh, have you not seen that? That's our new home kit, courtesy of the Kit God. It won us the Europa League final. It was modelled after yours truly and his current garbs. I do like all the treaty badges across the kit as well. Okay. Everson. Wow, he's expensive as hell. With Jelena. Oh, okay. Funny you mentioned that, actually. There are, they are our affiliate side. I missed the purple. Purple was actually quite nice, in fairness, yeah. 1 million, there's not anything I can do with it. They've only given you 1 million quid. How much have you got in the bank? The best thing, if you're struggling with finances in terms of transfer budget, the best thing you can really do, you could try asking the board. Sometimes they will actually say yes. And sometimes it's just a case of free transfers and, say it with me, chat, loans. It's just loans. When there's no money, loans. Wow, why is he in? Why is my recruitment team bringing me a guy who's worth 114 million quid? Can you ask more things? How do you mean? Get rid of that. 11 million in the bank. Is the club considered rich? Everson. He's quite tasty. In fact, he's extremely good. He's just too expensive. FC Copenhagen are obviously quite good. What about you? Just don't know enough about him, really, do we? A B- guy at Fulham. £10 million? Okay. 18-year-old Englishman at Fulham, whose youth academy is outrageous. Our financial projection. Oh, lol. Wait for this. Ready? 60 million in the bank. Actually, that's definitely got better. That's definitely got better. At one point, we'd have like 50 million in the bank and it would be predicting us to have minus 50 million after like 2 years. Oh. Here continues till someone comes by the club. True. I mean, actually, I say it kind of worked for us. It didn't, but we did get a buyer. Then again, our club value is nearly 400 million, so I don't know if we're going to get a buyer anytime soon. Go on, Connor, right, be good. Oh, he is tall, though. When's he 19? Damn it. That's a lot of money to drop on. I wouldn't be opposed to spending that kind of money on a player if he's really, really good, and I just don't know enough about him to justify that. Wow, this whole page is worthy signings. Okay, right. Come on, I want some more signings, damn it. Get him, not for 10 million quid. I'm not going to spend 10 million quid on a player I don't know what he actually is like. But I do want to make some more damn signings. At least the last few scout reports that have come through have had players that are more fully formed. Plus he is from Fulham. True. Ever started a football game? How tall are you, Iron Man? For me, it was, we need the fat kid to go in goal. That's how I got into a football match. Wait, they lost to some... Jesus. Future... Yeah, exactly. We're just signing the future of Irish football. Win League One playoff final tonight. I think Sunderland might win it. But don't quote me on that. Oh, another loan. Good stuff. Hang on a minute. £5 million. All right, let's try this then, shall we? £5 million. I've been wanting this guy for ages. He's one of these this stage of my career crap artists, right? Us and Chelsea finished neck and neck basically in our Champions League group, and we've just won the Europa League. But he was still pulling all that shite out. I didn't say I hoped they would win it. I said I think they will win it. It's very different. Nuance, chat. He's going to kick up a shitstorm about this. Highly influential player. That's good, actually. We'll send Howie and Doran round. What I could do with someone like... Oh, Alaku. Well, welcome, everybody, to our brand new team leader, Mihai Alaku. I don't know how he's going to be... Who's unfairly treated? Hang on. Who is feeling unfairly treated? Is it Stanislav Wasivicic still? Oh, Silvera. Lol. Do Diaz. Maybe Alaku will be the next guy that can do the job for us. Nope. Okay, fine. Highly influential player. Doesn't matter how important you are. Right, cool. Well, in that case, piss off. Enjoy. You've just got a new contract, bud. How many players? Not a lot, actually. Today on stream, we've actually only got the 2 guys so far. But we've also sold a lot of people. We sold £9 million worth of players. But that was just to keep ourselves afloat. Not prepared to join the club at this stage in his career. I just don't... Oh, fucking LFM. He will immediately now join Chelsea, of course. At this stage in his career. That's annoying. Cannot match his wage demands. What? I said he could offer $5,000 a week to this guy. And we couldn't You're on £140 and we can't match your wage. What? What a load of shit. Hang on, wait. He doesn't think he'll get the Oh, fucking hell, man. No, look, basically, that is a lie. This is the reason he turned it down, because he doesn't think he'll get the playing time he's looking for at Abidjan. All right, mate. Enjoy being on £140 a week in the Ivorian top flight. Stuff like that is just not... That should not be a thing. At a certain point, you have to be like, surely they'd quite like to join you. Stuff like that is just so bizarre, man. We just won the Europa League. And you're like, nah. I think I'd rather stay on £140 a week in the Ivory Coast. Good lord, mate. But he'll go and join one of these guys in a minute. Mad. Oh, fix your fucking game. Yeah, I think we've fixed it a little bit, but not really. We've literally just won the Europa League, and a player from the Ivory Coast League won't join us. Because he doesn't think he's going to get the playing time. The doff with the Chelsea guy. I think we already tried that. In fact, I don't think we've even heard back from the Chelsea guy yet, have we? No, weirdly we haven't. Oh, no. Sorry, we have, haven't we? Right, in that case. We'll try it. Can't hurt, right? Okay. Transfer, yes. Max offer amount. What was it? 5.25 million. Agreed playing time. Star player, because why the hell not at this point? He's really good, so we'll go max out for like... Fuck it, I'll offer £40,000. £40,000. Obviously, I don't want to do that, but £40,000. It is a little bit... Yeah, that's my point. My point is, if you're releasing a game at release, not beta, release, it should at least be in an order that means that it is supposed to be functional, particularly on a yearly cycle. Shit like that is just embarrassing, because it ruins long-term saves. And then there's, particularly for people like me, because I can't just sit up and start a new save. It doesn't work like that, and that's one of the most frustrating things about it. You're kind of stuck with it. He's really improving. You need to get a loan, bud. I need to loan you. Please accept someone. You already turned down one loan, unfortunately. Maybe I'll go back to St. Pat's now. So Thiago Silva's gone to Setúbal. Wow, that's a lot of money. Yeah, no, you're right, though. And it is. It just feels like more and more they're just not giving a shit about anyone who doesn't want to play in England, basically, or Spain. Which is the editor. I have the editor, but I don't have the editor, like... I have it blocked from my saves because I have to. I actually downloaded the editor so we could test that stuff out with the other treaty save, that test one we did, sent home. But I would never use it because it's just no. That to me would just ruin the save. Oh, hello. Right. Okay, so these guys have come back round again. You're very expensive. It's a really solid ball in midfielder, in fairness. Mercedes. Oh, that's surprising. Wow, okay. Oh, hello. This guy here, though. Thomas Carlson. Who doesn't want to talk? 6'2". Solid jumping reach. Don't test long-time saves. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, test a product. Like, that's what QA's for. To be honest. Is he worth it? But B-, solid physicals, solid determination, good, reasonable mentals, head, like, his tackling's okay. If there's a value, what is it, is my point. What is the most we should be paying for this player? Now, obviously, a few of these could be all over the shop. What, do you reckon we could hit him with a 50-game clause or maybe? But what would... Okay, so what's the price we should be paying up front then? If we're doing the 50-game clause thing. Let's check the agent first. 1.7 to 3.7. His wages are low. Like, oh, by the way, apparently I've been told that stalling here is actually better. Weirdly. I think I don't want to be paying more than 1.5 flat. But we'll see. And then with, like, other... About that. 1.2 with a 1 million after 50 league matches. And that's for us, not for other teams. Surely they'd take that. 1.2 up front is surely worth it. Because then if he does play 50 league matches for us, he's worth the £1 million. And if he doesn't, then we've only paid 1.2 million and it's barely anything. Most people will not do long enough for these regen glitches to hit. So regen start entering the save from the very first year of the save. So my argument to that would be, are you joking? And I don't mean to you specifically, but if they were to make such an argument, I think that would be bullshit, personally. Because these issues have been... We noticed this 13 years ago, which was, what, 4 years into this save? 5, 6 years into the save? If you can't go past more than 5 years of a save, the game's not fit for purpose. I think if we try that, yeah. Oh, a 7th-tier Dutch team. You'd love to see it. Thank you for dropping by, Ard. Lovely to see you. 1.7 million is fine, right? Hang on, what's his injury? Oh, for a second I thought that was Cruciate stuff, but we'll keep scouting him anyway. Emil Blom. Too expensive. Brugge's players are so expensive. I mean, they're really, really good, but they're so expensive, mate. Peter Boll, we looked at him already, didn't we? Yeah, he was one of the ones we sent around earlier. You are just not happening here, are you? Managed 30 seasons? Indeed, yeah. It's just... I don't know. End of the day, to me, if you're putting a product out there, it has to be fit for purpose. Hello, guy at Ten Hag. Ten Hag? Ten Hag. He's playing for Eric Ten Hag. These guys are going round again. But this guy at Den Haag will talk to us, is free, 17, centre-back, Hatim Toumi. For free? Like, it's worked before. Didn't we get forward Lammers for free from Den Haag? I mean, that just seems like a no-brainer, right? Give it a go. Squad player, hang on. No zero compensation. Actual zero compensation, which is key. Dutch players you don't seem to have to pay any. Squad player, hell no. I'm not giving you squad player. Looks like injury prone. He's free. Like, he's free. Ooh. Okay. You are Dutch, though, so we can probably wangle that down a fair amount. But he's under 18, which means I can't give him the old cheeky buoy. Drop that down quite. He wants quite a lot, actually. Let's see if I can get a 1-year boat, just to be safe. For 2.6k on a free transfer, it's worth a go. Particularly as he still has 5-star potential. Allegedly. Oh, he would be good. Lucas Capello. Sorry, Campello, but unfortunately he won't talk to us. Might have double nationality? He could. It'll probably be something like Morocco, I would have guessed. But for the moment, he's Dutch. It's like I've played this game before. Love ham. Oh, now we're talking, pass, bro. Let's do with that. Let's go look at the love ham. That sounds like... Jesus Christ. There we go. Oh, it's love ham. It sounds even better when you say it with a Norwegian word. Love ham. $20.30ish. Not too bad, not too bad. What are you planning to do, Quinn? Yeah, the amateur deals in the Dutch second tier are really quite fruitful for us. We got a guy like that before. So yeah, Love Ham I assume you just wanted to... I thought the stadium was called Varden Wi-Fi for a second then. Not quite, not quite. Ruskin with the tier 2 at 13 months. Thank you very much, Ruskin. How is your day? Do you have a palm tree in your garden? Do you know I don't? But I wish I did with something like this, you know? It feels like I need it, right? I'd like some love ham too while I'm at it. Love ham, baby, love ham. I'm with you. You are... my guess is with someone like that, it's a... I've just signed a new contract type of deal. And also that. Toyagic is a cool name, though. I'll give him that. Anybody else? No, they're all just kind of go around again, these. Ooh, got Notts County. Nice. And another Romanian. And it's not at Farrell for once. Incredibly. You guys can all go. Yeah. How's this coming along? Are we under 500 yet? Oh, wrong one. Nope, not yet. Getting there, though. We're getting there. Huh? Yeah, you know. All the team leaders. Emmett, you betrayed me, sir. These melons I can understand, but really? You want to let our starting left winger leave just because reasons? This should be fun. So we'll go with the standard, Really? Yeah, it's almost like we shouldn't sell good players. Imagine. Oh, well, these guys can kind of get fucked. I do love it when a rant... What's Timmy Keating? Why does Timmy Keating feel like he has any say on what's going on at this point in time? Nice. Future prospect. Holy shit. I'll get rid of that. I want to test. I want to put this promise in there because I wonder if by having that promise in their contract, the game does something in the background that makes it easier to then find them that loan. It's just a thought. I want to see how easy it's going to be to loan this guy. Normally we take this out because I tend to have as little promises as possible, but I want to see if it's going to make it easier for us. So 1.8 to 2.5 is what they say. Piece of apple pie. It's like a piece of piss, but much tastier. He's Danish, so we've got to be careful, but if you get a Danish cap, I'll give you that. Knock that down a little bit. Slap him with a boat. 1.7k a week for 5 years with a 3-year extension? Yeah, I'll take that. Off he pops, son. We've done another signing. Right, what was I looking at? Oh, Ilya Keating. Yeah, he's, I don't know if he's actually still at Man United now. Loan anybody? Or is that kind of worthless at this point? But he's actually really, really good. So annoying that Ilya Keating was our youth intake player that we could have had. I mean, he's listed for loan. It will depend on what they want, of course. That's not even really that much. There's no extra shit. He would play as a ball-playing defender because we actually do use that role. I mean, for no fee and just the paying the wages, that's reasonable. I guess I've been burned before when it comes to loans, as you've seen from some of the weird loan stuff that I've had with my Tromsø save when I had Man United, Chelsea trying to make me pay £56 million to loan a guy for a season. Shit like that. But, you know, it'd be nice to finally bring him home. Maybe if we just keep loaning him for a few years, we can have him back on a free. Keating's offer is accepted. Would it be better to play Danko? Well, we can play Danko. We can also play Ilya Keating. He's not here to replace Danko. But when I had to loan out Orlando Martins to another club because he was complaining, so this kind of just covers that off for us. We need more than 2 centre-backs. We need more than 3 or 4, ideally. So I don't see any problem with bringing him in. Danko will still get the game time. It just means that we could have him instead of Milosevic sometimes. Because it was often Milosevic and... Oh, here we go. Here we go. The man... He just doesn't listen, does he? He just doesn't listen. I know it's a guideline, but what's the point in a guideline if he doesn't... Oh, dear. I mean, if it gets us the player, I'll take it, but it is funny as fuck. Bearing in mind, by the way, the reason we got that guy from Marley was because I said to the scout, and I didn't give him... I forgot to put in a, like, squad role for the guy and a max wage. So my scout actually offered the guy star player at 3.3k a week, and I'm like, mate, he's rubbish. What are you doing? To be fair, it did break the mold and he did join us in the end, but Christ on a bice. Christ on a bice? I guess it's a bison. Negotiation of staff stat. If it is, I'd love to see what his is. 12. I mean, I'd like to think that with 12 negotiation, he should do a little bit better than that. I know it's not like 20, but I'd hate to see what 1 is. That's all I can say. So Benkovic is gone as well. Who's Man United at 21? Which player am I talking about here? Probably seems reasonable to Chelsea. GV. Oh yeah, what's our value like for this season in terms of the rules? 1.2 million for winning it. Well, we'll see how much he's offered him in wages, shall we? Literally can't read the note. God damn it! You gotta read the note, chat. Unless you're Giga Chad agent Jackson Mills, who, as far as I'm aware, actually, should we have a look? Nope, it's just disappeared. He's just gone. So weird. Are there any better dovs? Maybe, but like, put it this way, that wouldn't make any difference. I know it's one of those things where you'd think that it would, but it doesn't. It's like having a better head of youth development, and then look at our youth intakes. Ilya Keating. Well, I mean, he came through. Yeah, I mean, he's been there a little while, but not that long, really, in the grand scheme of things. Giga Chad is the note. True dat. Season tickets only 1,000. Rubbish. Okay, here we go. Albert Banovic. Okay, there's probably another, let me guess, hip injury. Oh, fractured lower arm. Coefficient is the same as before, obviously, because we haven't played any matches, but it's 12th at the moment is on the cards this year. And hopefully always onwards and upwards from there. Hello, 17-year-old goalkeeper, Daniel Negu. Yeah, we'll get these guys another round on the old, particularly if they won't talk to us currently, but this guy. Ooh, okay, low eccentricity, good. Reflexes, average. Handling, extra. What is this picture? I have not seen that one before. He's a bit blurry, isn't he? And how did that get in there? It looks like the cardboard cutouts they put in the crowd during the COVID stuff, you know? Better tool for situations like this, they won't help. They just, I promise you, it just doesn't help. I find that a lot of the staff attributes are completely meaningless as well. It seems like, anyway. Look at that heading. Yeah, he's got very good heading. Oh, heading. Handling, rather. Especially if that was his heading. Wait, has he got good heading? How would you even know? Oh, dear. I find staff attributes seem to be... I'm sure they do, but most of the time they seem not to make much difference. Someone playing for Rapid. Yeah, get with the program. Although, look at that acceleration. Come on. There's something there. No expanding the stadium. Well, we can. I could ask the board to expand the stadium, but hell no am I going to do that, because that's all our money gone. Yeah, he's not great. Cham here. Quite an interesting player, actually. Nogueira is Brazilian, won't talk to us because youth contract. We'll just let him go around again. Daniel Carvalho. Okay, 19, of course. What about... Is he actually a winger, though? Quick. Oh? He's intriguing. He looks like a 6 foot... He does a bit, doesn't he? He's a bit intriguing. Temp poles look all right. Not spectacular, but he seems to be in the cheap range. Or is he more of a... We'll scout a bit more on him. But he could be available for like a couple of $100,000. Bit short. Like, my wingers don't have to be super tall. If they're quick enough, they'll make up for it. I would like them to be taller, obviously, just because we like those back post headers. But if they've got good attributes, I don't care about their height if they're a winger. He looks a bit surprised. Yeah, he's like caught mid-chew. No agent either. Which could actually help us in a way. My apologies, Mr. Progger. But yeah, I'm surprised the board haven't done it themselves, honestly. I think really for a play like this, it would depend heavily on what would happen, how much money they'd want. Oh god, what's this? The fuck he go? I can hear that in. Oh, that's good. Oh, fan of that. Top work. I should really give Ice Battler the artist tag as well, really. for the memes you've contributed over the years. Indian produced play. Long-term saves, no. Occasionally, there was a really good Indian guy on my Tromsø save who used to play for Dortmund. Or was it? Which save was it? It might have been Outcast to Icons, actually. There was a really, really strong Indian player that played for Dortmund on that save. I think we have a look. Because what if they took 61k? That's less than you wanted before. What the fuck? Hang on. You wanted less than that in total before. Alright, how about that? Is he worth 150 grand is my question. And I feel like he kind of is for a punt. I can take a punt on a player at 150k because I feel like no matter what, they're going to be worth it. One, it's good for the loan farm. Two, it's profit at some point. Provided his wages aren't going to be extremely high, and it doesn't look like they would be, I think it's worth a go, right? Hey, Keedy.
Bring on the Flugelham.
And thank you for the follow. Hope you're well. Oh, another guy. Oh, this was one of the Bodder guys. The Bodder boys. Torsten Nørgaard. I'm liking a lot of what I'm seeing about him because everything we learn about him seems to just be... He looks really well-rounded. Other than his leadership and his natural fitness, everything is looking in a nice range at the moment. More information required on him, but I think he could be he'd cost a lot of money, but if he's as good as I think he could be worth it. What about this guy? Rodrigo Vicino. More information required on him, but I'm liking the dribbling. Oh, actually, no. He's... marking's awful. Weird set of attributes on him. Any more that look vaguely appetizing at the moment? Too old. He's only 19. I think we've got to draw the line somewhere and say that that's not too old. Not every player has to be homegrown anymore because we've got so many of them now. These guys are all through the next round. And now we can get rid of these guys. It's a nice little chunk of these guys, actually. Anyone interesting? No. Boom. If he can legally drink, he's too old. I mean, for that price, it's just an app. Until Bono accept a bid. How do you mean? Like, about 6... It looks like about 6 million. I think he has a release clause, Mr. Pro. No, he can't. It's Norway, so no release clauses. It'll probably be about £6 million, but I want to get... If I'm going to spend 6 million on a player, I want to actually know exactly what they're like. I can't take a punt on a £6 million player. But I think we could definitely sign him, because I do like what I'm seeing so far. That's fine. That's perfect, actually. Hang on. Wait, his compensation is £0. The problem with that is I'm worried that he would then just sign a new contract with them because it's a youth contract, and I'd rather just pay the 100 grand just to secure the deal. Okay, we can do a 3-year with a 2-year boat. He's Portuguese, probably. Well, he is Portuguese. I don't think there's any secondary nationalities lurking in the background. Not sure what it could be, honestly. Use 4k as a nice starting point there. Slap you with that. Slap you with that. Oh, it's only a 2-year. Oh, yeah, because there's... Hang on, why is it only 3 years when he's 19? Or is it because it's technically still a youth contract? That's fine. £600 a week. Done. Oh, wow. Instantly did. Okay. I reckon he's going to have like 3-star potential. That would be my prediction. Okay, honestly. Yep, there you go. Pretty much exactly what I was expecting out of him. He's not great, but he'll do. He's more for the loan farm. It's cost us basically nothing. But occasionally it's worth the couple of thousand quid to find out, right? Well, at least we're at a point where we can do that. Okay, so... Right. Ready? Not prepared to join the club at this stage in his career. And now he'll sign for Chelsea at this stage in his career. So that's good. What was that other guy? We're in the process of signing someone else at the moment, aren't we? Who is it? Carlson. Yeah. So we've actually still got a lot of this stuff working in the background here. Yeah, it is completely broken. Wait, what? Offer's been withdrawn. Oh, okay, that's fine. Every time I see a transfer screen like this and it's not got an immediate option on it, I'm just like, wow. Well, we'll just remove his transfer target then. That's, yeah, kind of shit, but I think it's because he's slightly older. Okay, well, we'll dev list you. I was kind of hoping that might allow us a bit of extra progress on that, but apparently not. Okay, we'll get you on the dev list and see what happens. Just have a little look through. He's already under a bid. That's fine. Anyone interested in Fiddle Faye? No. No. Nordbeck? Damn it. It's annoying because he turned down a loan. So did you, actually. Could maybe try and convince him back again. Vosterek? No. Wow. Surprisingly, no. Message SI about this issue. I haven't had a chance yet, honestly. I thought the reason I haven't is because I thought we'd fixed it. I was preparing to do something like that, and then obviously we thought we'd fix the issue, but the problem is, right, and this is the biggest issue. If I go to them with an issue like this, their response will just be not every player is going to want to join you. That will be the response, basically. That's what you'll get back, because you know what this is. If you were to put something like that on the SI forums, that's the sort of snooty response you'll get from the people there, unfortunately. So it's really not even worth doing. So Ilya Keating's coming in. Toomey's coming in. A couple more little signings there. I think Keating's a good signing, just on loan. Because I think we could loan him a loan and then try and have him on a free at the end. Because he's actually really good. And at only 21 to be this solid. It's a shame he's not trained in Ireland, annoyingly. Yeah, exactly. They'll say it doesn't happen in the updated version. Which it doesn't. It's true. But it's like, how do I fix it in the current version I'm playing? You know, the one you sold me. It's a bit like saying, hey, my 2021 Toyota Corolla is broken. And they're like, oh, no, but the 2022 version works fine. I'm like, yeah, but my car's on fire. But there you go. We are certainly having to try harder, that's for sure. We are basically playing what is already an insanely tough test on hard mode. How dare you be so mean to Toomey? I mean, they're right, but stop being so aggressively correct. And off you go to the dev list as well. You are Dutch, so we don't have to worry about that. Good. Wait, did I actually? Yeah, I did. Get you a little cheeky offer out as well. And Poggy, off we go. But realism, someone exactly. But then I suppose the counter argument to that, and they've always got this get out, which is just like not every player wants to join every club at every time. And my argument to people like that, I guarantee that every player will join Chelsea in this save. Unless they've just signed a new contract or there's some other reason, they just will, won't they? We all know that. But with SPSB, he would talk to them. Yeah, exactly. To me, if I'm winning the Europa League and I'm regularly qualifying for the knockouts of the Champions League, within reason, I should pretty much be able to sign most young players that I want to, particularly if they're in unfashionable leagues, in unfashionable countries as far as overall reputation. I can understand if I'm sat here going, this Real Madrid youth prospect won't join me. Totally understand. That's absurd. Why would they? They're at Real Madrid. But if some guy in the Peruvian second division doesn't want to join my Europa League winning team, something's not quite right there, honestly. So, yeah. Right, let's see what Carlson's like. Because at the worst case scenario, we've spent 1.2 million to find out. And I think, you know what? As much as it's not completely maxed out there, I still think for 1.2 million, he's decent. We'll dev list him as well. On he goes. Offer to clubs, targets, loan offer, boom, boom, boom. I'd like to think someone would fancy Carlson, but we'll see. I'd say, where's Carlson from? He is Danish. So he was from FC Copenhagen. Coffee's got ill. Oh, God. Coffee's got food poisoning. Jamie, he should have stuck to tea. Oh, City. Hang on. We'll have a look. I wonder if he'll be from that random place again. What was it called? Like Capital Thingy or something. None of the pros. Okay, cool. Well, we'll come back to that. Where is Thomas Carlson? It'll probably just be from Copenhagen, won't he? Yeah, Copenhagen. Oh, well. Boring. Hang on. Labelled as the next what? Danish friendos, excuse my inability in knowledge of the deep lore that is Danish football. Is being labelled the next Søren Busk a good thing? Is my question. Also, similar type of player to Stanislav Spak is certainly not the worst thing I've heard for a while. Old school defender. Okay, cool. Oh well. To be fair, having a player labelled the next anybody is usually a good sign. We've had other players. Then again, we had Cenk Bayrak was considered the next Jurgen Klinsmann, and look how that turned out. So one day he'll manage the US national team. Okay, so he's in. That's another signing. How are we doing financially? Plenty of time left. 61 caps. That's actually pretty solid. Okay, look, here we go, chat. We're making signings now. It's happening. Even if they're loads of cheap boys, we're still making them. And believe me, if we found a player I wanted and it was like 10 million, we'd be having him. Just haven't found him yet. Yeah, I feel like that should... Oh, so okay, that's happening. It'd be nice if when they join you, To me, that should show up on this page. When they join you, it should tell you that, right? Yeah, you don't want to be that fluky, unless there's another lad called Sigurdsson, which, let's be honest, there is a few of them in Iceland. Yep, reject. Also, had seemingly no trouble with our board this January, which is always nice. Ooh, oh no, won't talk to us. Noel. Born in August. Eustace. Oh, jumping reach isn't great. He's actually very solid, though. But won't talk to us because youth contract. But still, I want to keep an eye on him. You are on loan from Bayern. We'll wait until they release you in a few years. Then it will all be good. Dion Molyneux. Oh, 14 million quid. Yeah, that's just UK tax, isn't it, really? Just, it is what it is. Yeah, it would just be great if it just popped up as a news icon, or even just as a little extra bit when you sign them. Because not every player has that kind of designation. Hello. Oh, fucking hell. So this is Kummer Uzbalta. I mean, who doesn't want to sign a player called Kummer? Good first touch. Obviously. He's actually really decent. Diaz also had the next quit. Oh, really? He's very decent. He needs to go back around again, but I feel like... Hang on, when's he turn 19? Oh, ages away. We've got to... He's great. He's the perfect type of signing. More scout, but we've got loads of time to work with. I also, if I'm going to drop like that kind of money, it's also useful if you can drop it on a homegrown player option as well. Javier Azwed, okay. 6'3", won't talk to us. What do you reckon? Under Eddie, really? I guess it is Lanús, right? Vincent Acker. Ah, that's an agent offer. Although, at least if it's an agent offer, we know the agent will actually allow him to talk to us. But these guys are all at massive... Then again, he's very cheap. Mohamed Mahrez. He'd want too much money, wouldn't he? But I kind of like him. Not to sign now, but maybe he's the type of player that PSG will just incongruously release in like a year and a half. You've seen it so many times. That's how we got that other guy before. His twin squirter. Yeah, it'd be nice if it had that sort of stuff. Nigerian man here. Uche. I mean, more info, I guess, but... I don't think we're going to get much more out of that that's going to be particularly interesting to us. Oh, a guy at Generational Foot. None of these guys will talk to us at all. Sadly. Overall best 11. Yes, I can. Christian Dahan. Sanad Fathi. Okay, so these guys can go. Yeah, they're all still C's. We'll get rid of you. Right, so the best 11 so overall, which we now have the updated version as well, which will have Emmett Doran's 400 goals listed in it. So Bart Verbruggen with 500 appearances. That is going to take a long, long time before anyone even gets close to overtaking Bart Verbruggen's tally. I didn't realise how many games he played for us, actually. 502 games. Both the Sinisas in there as well with 200 or 300 appearances. Esteban's still in our back four. Barry Cunningham in there. Thighs, Freeze and Regan Booty. What a midfield pairing that would have been if they could have played together. The Booty and the Thighs. Just need the feet now, really. Moses on the right. Alaku now there with 300 appearances as well. Millie on the left too. And Emmett, of course. Yeah, I mean, still, it's nearly 100 appearances he'd still have to make to get close to it. And I don't know how much longer. I mean, he'll probably be able to pick up 20 or 30 a season from now on, Emmett, but he'd have to. He has signed a new deal, so there is that. But 407 goals for Emmett Doran. That's Fernando Ovalar-esque. It's not quite there. I think he could get 500 though. If we can keep him here for the rest of his career, then maybe. Yeah, I love that Tashby is still on the bench. It shows how we haven't had any consistent goalkeeping really since Bart. I think Nihov might eventually get there, but not really anytime soon. Look at some of the other players. Rakov, Sharif, Asante, still on there. And Howcroft, obviously, with 338 appearances, isn't enough to get him in there. God, Moses had... I think Moses is probably the second highest goal scorer for the club ever. So, yeah, that'll often happen. You saw what happened with my Tromsø team. The board absolutely decimated that team within 2 years. So, yes, here we go. Good stuff. So, Hatumi is going to be going. Hopefully to Shelbourne. Although that's second tier, annoyingly. But, you know, which means they're guaranteed to win the league by even more goals this year. Palanek Mate. Wow, they really aren't bidding much money on him, are they? Considering how good he is. Yeah, it is kind of sit. It's because... the moment you leave, they go back to being just, we sell to anyone he puts a bid on. So all the players just leave to go to Chelsea. Happens in real life too. Yeah, but it's the extent to which it happens just so... And for the money as well. They barely leave for any money. Because they do no good negotiation. Some of the prices they sell their players for. They let Pontus Skoglund go to Barcelona for free. That guy's going to be like a 100 cap international for Sweden. And just disappoints me. 17 million quid for Mihov. Could you not put that money on Barto? If you want to bid 17 million on El Barto, I'd be more than happy to let you do that. Because we've got to escape. We've got to get through to the summer whilst remaining rich still. Decimate the won the title. Yeah, but they also... I mean, who actually left? Kante left and Mahrez. No, Mahrez left the year after, didn't he? And how much did Chelsea pay for Kante? It wasn't a small amount, was it? Getting pretty close. Drinkwater 2. I thought Drinkwater was a year later. And again, I thought it was still a pretty good amount of money. Hang on. So now Porto are able to bid on this guy. I'm going to do it again. I'm also going to bid less. £32 is still kind of low, but it's also still £32 million, I guess. Oh. My point is, actually, yeah, that's a good point, Iceballer. What I mean is, if you have 10 years of dominance in a save and become the best side in Europe, or whatever, you've established that side as one of the sides at the top table. Yet the moment you leave, they still all go and join other sides, as if you're no longer, as if you are still back where you were when you started. And it feels like the game just doesn't really adapt to that, you know? That's kind of annoying. So now they won't let me put bids on him at all, even though they're accepting less than that from Porto. This is absurd. He's going to end up joining... If, to me, Porto is even a more strange one. That's a good point. It's still stupid, though. But why would they even accept... Oh, hang on. Did they accept it? No, they haven't technically accepted that offer, in fairness. They've just had the offer become a thing. Yap de Jong is a great name. Oh, he's got no tackling ability. What is this player? He can't cross, and he can't tackle. So, what are you? What are you trying to contribute to the team here? Other than really good mentals and physicals. So he can't play as a winger because he can't cross. He can't play as a fullback because he can't tackle. Or do either of the two things. Yago Mendes is very good, but ooh, he's just not... Again, all these NAs in it. Moosbrugger. Cheerleader, maybe. The Pepe Reina role, eh? Let's try... Oh, fuck it. I'll send him through again, but I don't think there's much we can really do there. Squad filler, literally. It do be feeling like that, unfortunately. You... Let's see. Under any so players like that we could actually maybe get at some point by doing the whole loan thing, but it's still kind of weird that they want to come on loan to us but don't want to move permanently. Like, why would you want to come on loan from Sporting Cristobal if you do? But also, Marco Moosbrugger. Please tell me you have a great middle name or something. I want to start a petition for more middle names for regen players. It feels like middle names on regen players are far more rare than they are on real players, right? But great name, Marco Moosbrugger. To get first team football. Yeah, exactly. It's... I mean... To get first team football would never move them. Hang on. Who's getting first team football? The guy with a load... Who's going to get first team football? We're a much better side than they are. Why would he get first team football here? My point is that it feels weird that a guy from the Peruvian leagues will only come on loan to you but doesn't want to move permanently, even though we're a much better side than they are. And Europa League winners. It doesn't make any sense to me. That just seems like, once again, just FM nonsense. Move to get football but doesn't want to go on a permanent. But do you know what I mean? But he wasn't moving to get... It's almost reversed in FM, where players that you'd expect to want to move permanently don't. And the ones that... Yeah. And just money. I can offer you money. It's really, really bizarre, but we know that's how it works this year. It's just shit that it does, you know? So that would be the ZGens 24. If you do ! ZGen in chat, or someone will probably have done it for you by the time I finish this sentence. There you go. Cheers, Billy Chow. That is basically all the information we'll ever need to sort out how to make it work. It's really cool. Martin Moser. 18. If he's excellent, I don't... Great physical. Look at the physicals on the man. To be that good physically at 18. Not the quickest, but acceleration's decent. He's actually really quite decent. More information required. Nice. 6'5" as well, yeah. Oscar Caceres. 17-year-old at Danubio. So Uruguayan top flight, 17-year-old. We have just won the Europa League. Let's see what he says. Under any... that honestly makes slightly more sense, but really still not a lot of sense. But at least it's like not the really weird cop-out ones. Although it still kind of is in a way. It's odd that we would be unable to sign a player from that club. It's strange. But there you go. Nicholas Gabay. See you later, Piercy. Hello, Pogs. Nicholas Gabay. He's okay. He's okay. Pog, it's Pog. It is Pog. In the flesh. Well, not in the flesh, actually. In the voice. In the name. Wait, this guy's on loan from Man United as well, isn't he? Yeah. Iceland guy. Yeah. Dathis. Oh, actually, yes. Yes. Wow. This does not look like this. Definitely need to, fuck, I just do them all. In for a penny, in for a pound and all that. Trying to... Slovenia team, nobody wants to come to us, it's so difficult. If you should join because of Slovenia. Yeah, it feels like, whose faces? Like I said, I put a link in the chat and that will explain everything, but they're not real faces. They are AI-generated faces that look like real people, basically. It's really cool. Yeah, it feels like... I don't know why they've done it. It just feels like they've put in needless... This is what I'm talking about. When people go, oh, well, that makes it more difficult. I was like, yes, but not in a way that is rewarding. Just arbitrary bullshit. That's not difficulty. That's lazy design. There's a difference. And this is the epitome of that kind of stuff, sadly. It's not... To me, difficulty should come with things that are able to be overcome and rewarding. That's how difficulty works. Things that are just meaningless obstacles put in the way that don't actually do anything other than make it boring isn't difficulty. But there you go. Oh, imagine if we could have done a Eurovision watch-along. In fairness, I would not have been in good form because I was absolutely twatted off my face. Didn't get a chance to watch it, sadly. Let's see. Check that. Not prepared to join the club at this stage in his career. Now watch him move to Porto. They've added dynamic youth. That's true, and they work so well, as we know. Can't wait for them to be a feature next year. We did Loveham, we did Keating, we did the Wolves. Oh, hang on, we didn't do the Wolves goal situation. But just quickly check Rooney. Because he's still the Hearts manager, I suspect. Yep. And to be fair, done a fine job at Hearts. It's been there for several years now. And where are Hearts sitting at the moment? Second in the league. Rangers actually won it last year, finally. Back to Celtic again, of course, now. But there's a... Oh, Aberdeen are getting involved. Ross County are back in the top half, everybody. Don't want to leave my... Maybe they've just made it mean more stuff, but then in that case, it completely burns the element of realism, because even players who have, you know, there are obviously going to be... SI love to use exceptions. They always go, this happened one time, ergo it's fine when it happens in your save all the time. And it's like, okay, but surely, like, occasionally a player will just not want to leave their home nation. It's a thing that does happen. I'm almost certain of it. You just probably don't hear about them because they never actually go anywhere in the grand scheme of football. Probably because of that. But it's not the norm, is it? And that's the problem when it comes to things like this, because if they can find one example of it, they'll be like, that's fine, it's allowed to happen then. Okay, so yeah, Rooney's done well actually at Hearts. I don't know if they're the only one of the big four in Scotland as it is at the moment anyway that haven't won the league in the last 5 years. They've been close though. Right, what was I going to check? Oh yeah, Wolves. See who's the current Wolves mascot. Is mascot even the right word? He does, but at the end of the day, you know, the guy's not a professional footballer anymore. Not everybody ages at different rates. I say more power to him at the end of the day. Right, Wolves' keeper. Let's see who is currently in goal. It's a man called Barnett. Actually, that's not as bad. I mean, it's still quite bad. In fact, no, take that back. It's dreadful. Fitness. Well, it kind of goes in hand, doesn't it? Yeah. It's worked as designed in it. But it feels like that's something that's changed over the past 5 years. I feel like when I first started playing Football Manager, there was way more attention to making the game as a whole good. In the sense that something that was working in the Premier League, if there was a dynamic element to it, it would also work in the Slovakian second division, because the whole game was designed as a whole rather than as, here's some big 5 leagues and some features and then fuck everybody else. But that just seems to be the perception that I'm seeing more and more lately. But we'll see. Hopefully that's something that isn't actually the case. Yeah, he's still terrible, isn't he? How are Wolves still in the Premier League? How are Wolves still in the Premier League in this save? It's mad. They conceded 89 goals in a season once and didn't get relegated. Oh, Jutinger can now play there. Good. Oh god, if someone put a bid in on this guy, I'd really like to get him out on loan if I can, but no one is interested. Insanely. Like, just some Irish side. Makes up 75% of their sales, but didn't it make up 75% of their sales 5 years ago? And they were still focusing on actually making a good game. It feels like lately they've just stopped. I can't imagine that the percentages have swung all that much in that period of time. So I feel like that's not really an excuse at that point. I totally understand that money is obviously, the capital is going to be the driving force, but I don't know how much they're actually going to get in extra capital from that amount of output. But obviously there's something there. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, because most people... That's a bit like saying that because most people, if in this particular world, most people only own a car for like 5 years, that the car should only work for 5 years. It's like, no. You know? If you built a car that... If a company came out with a car that said, oh, I'm sorry, this car's going to be completely broken in 5 years and you're not going to be able to drive it at that point, then, yeah. No one would buy it. Oh, dear. Yeah, let's try him alone again, but it seems unlikely that he's going to go for it. So Apple then. This is why I don't buy Apple products. That's not true. I did own an iPod Classic, and it was very good, actually. Till it broke. But that was my fault. I dropped it. Ah, dear. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't buy the game every other year, unfortunately. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a job. What is our... How much are we... Only 1 to 10 on. I'm actually kind of surprised by that, to be fair. Brave Wanderers, though. 450 to 1. Ooh. For me, the FM saves don't get good until there's loads of regens in the databases. Didn't they already make that? Oh, it's got Rising. If he joins Porto... Honestly, if he joins Porto, it would kind of put the kibosh on any of this. Oh, it's because it's Chelsea. Because Porto... Like, we knocked them out of the Europa League on the way to winning it last year. With 7-1 on aggregate. I almost kind of hope he does join Porto, just so it shows how stupid it is. Hang on. Most goals conceded in the Irish second division seasons. And why is it Athlone Town? Oh, well, that's mean on Athlone. You're probably right, but that's mean on Athlone Town. Let's see. So, 44 last season. Wait, can I filter it like that straight away and then it stays with it each year? Don't be silly, Matt. You were looking for functionality there, bud. That's your problem. 44 goals, 45 goals. Well, they're actually quite tightly managed here. 41 goals. Wow. 56 goals. Athlone Town. There they are. 47 goals. 54 goals. Athlone Town. 53 goals. Athlone Town. 59 goals. Athlone Town. There you go. 53 goals. Athlone Town. 57. Oh, Cove Ramblers with the late entry. 46 goals. 46 goals. So I think the record is 59 goals, which isn't too bad when you consider some of the records you get in the top flight. If a new FM... Honestly, also, if a new FM came out and all it did was fix the things that are broken in the game, i.e. that huge list of laundry that we found, I would consider that a more worthwhile time than adding some stupid new meeting that no one's going to use. Honestly, yes. Even excluding the 3D match engine stuff in there, honestly. I actually think the 3D match engine looks really quite good at the moment, to be fair. Not prefer more media options. Oh, mate, I would love more media options. I'd love... No, I wouldn't. It's... The only thing I have... Like, the media stuff in FM is just... Yeah. Just mental. It's just... Oh, we've added 2,000 lines of dialogue to the press conferences that you're not going to use. It's like... Who cares? You could have 50,000 lines of dialogue added, and after a long-term save, you'd still be seeing the same stuff over and over. And I realised that obviously you're never going to be able to prevent that, so why even try at that point? Ah, dear. The remover. You go on your scouting page, right? And there'll just be, on the knowledge page, just a giant hole. Oh, yeah, precisely. Oh, no, this is the thing. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, and most of you probably are. If you have to do press conferences for some reason, left option. Just click, 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 left option every single time. You're good. Hey, George. Welcome aboard, my friend. How's it going? EAFC with a manager option. Oh. All I want... Is it too much to ask, chat, for some of the FM functionality, the bits that work, with a match engine like FIFA? Now, obviously, that would never happen because of the licensing. But imagine if it did, eh? 24 Inzo, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, and they won't because they can't. And I actually do understand that logic, but I just wish that maybe just a little bit more time was allocated to those things than superfluous stuff that most people don't care about. But there you go. Thank you, Ranks. You were so nice to me. Love it. It's the shirt. It's the shirt. It just does these things to people. To Thor buttocks? That's a crack. That's quality. Hang on. I just want to make sure there's no number 12. No, you're not getting that. You can have number 27. Who is on our current number 8? Doshek. Hell fucking no. I'm giving it to Octavian Manea. You've got to have one of the guys called Octavio or Octavian given the number 8, right? At that point. I have insight. It depends what you mean, Otto. Basically, the short answer is no, I don't. I have really, beyond a cursory thing, no more knowledge about FM and releases than anyone else does in the public. As you know, because it's... I mean, I feel like I can say this now. I had access to an alpha last year because obviously everyone knows we did because we made videos on it and released them before the beta was out. So you know, I feel like I can say that without it being too much of a surprise. But that's about it, really. Now, obviously, it's been difficult with COVID because we used to go down and actually to SI studios to talk to the devs and just have a generally quite nice time, actually. But obviously with COVID, that sort of stopped. It'd be nice if it was back this year, though. Mainly it's just an excuse to see other creators, honestly, because they're my friends and it's nice hanging out with them. Yeah, this is the thing. I feel like some bugs are just going to be impossible to find until release. That completely makes sense. But there are some things that are released that are just immediately obvious. And you're like, surely someone tested that, right? Things like the £300 million loan thing. Like, it feels like that... actually, I can see why... I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh there, actually. I have some idea how it works. There you go. Dazza has probably far more idea of how it works. Honestly, if you want to talk about how things like that work, you're better off asking someone like Dazza, or more Jack would know. Now, whether he tell you is a different matter, but, like, yeah. I find with anything in this kind of market, competition just is what matters. If there was... Imagine if there was 3 or 4 competing football management simulator games, right? That were actually of a level where you would be willing to pay money for them. I feel like at that point, it's the ultimate scenario because then you would get an insane amount of competition in the market and they'd have to really work hard to win your money because not everyone wants to drop that amount of money on 4 different games because they just don't, do they? Ended up not being able to. Was that because of COVID as well, Millie? Because I've not been down since 2019 was the last time I went down, which was great. It'd be nice to be able to do that sort of stuff again because it is just really a nice time. Cooperate with people. So basically they can't. You might notice that, and this is not their fault in any way, you might notice that FM, particularly for example on Twitter or on their main social channels, will never, ever, ever tweet stuff. They won't tweet out our work, put it that way. So they won't tweet out a video, a stream, or any kind of content that myself or any of my peers put out for the most part. Because we all use unlicensed graphics packs, face packs, badge patches, and SI cannot be seen to be associating with us, which is completely understandable given the trouble that they've had legally. So unfortunately, that's something that will never happen. I completely understand that. Yeah, but the thing is, Otto, you have to be so careful with stuff like that, and it's just not something that any company really should be putting themselves in that position. I completely get that as well. Eddie Jeffrey, what a cool name. Amara Atse. Precisely, yeah, it's not worth it. And again, like I said, that is completely understandable. It sucks that the situation is what it is, because obviously it's nice to have a connection with the game studio that you make a living from, essentially. But it's just, to me, there's no complaints that can be had there from a creative standpoint. You know, we do just fine by ourselves. Right. That's true, Millie. Just not to me. No, I mean, to be fair, I have a tremendous amount of respect for the devs at SI. They've been, every time I've met any of them, they've been absolutely lovely people. And as I told you guys before, one of them took a lot of time out of his day once to help me fix a proper massive bug in my save when we were doing Tromsø. And he didn't have to do that, but he did. And I still like the man who created beer, I think. I'll have to find it, Jimmy. Beer's got your name on it, bud. So, yeah, they're great people. They're great people that want the game to be as good as it can be. And you definitely get that opinion from talking to them. Which glitch was that? So, do you remember when... do we not sell him? Yeah, sorry, Millie. You're going to have to go to the Leicester City Twitch chat. That's a joke. So, basically, it was the one where I was getting game crashes and game freezes every time my skin would reload. And it was causing random glitches and crashes. Do you ever remember, I don't know if you saw this, there was a picture in the Discord server where it was a picture of Fernando Ovalar, but he had like red eyes. That was part of the glitch, basically. It completely fucked the entire game. I had to reinstall a fresh edition of Football Manager in order to fix it, basically. Something had corrupted, and I couldn't figure out what it was. It was bizarre. The completely red skin. That's the one. If you'd be able to find it in the Discord server, if you scroll right up, but I wouldn't. Oh, you could probably search for it, actually. Let me have a look. I'll have a look myself while this is processing. Because it should be in stream chat. If I just type in Ovalar, I might be able to find it, actually. Nah. Glitch, maybe? Oh, no, that's not in this one particular server. Shit. I'm not very good with Discord chat. There must be a way to search inside a channel. Oh, there we go, in channel. There we go. Glitch. Oh, that didn't work either. Good stuff. Well done. Professional. I'm terrible with Discord. I'm sure Ben would love this. Oh, God. Man United under 23. It's like they're mocking him, Millie. It's like they're mocking him at this point. Oh, dear. Yeah, it was definitely around there. Just like the game. They absolutely are. Yeah. I cannot stress this enough. Because I feel like sometimes and again, you can understand it. Because I like to also... I think it's because I have to sort of straddle the line. Because I've sort of see myself, or I hope the others do as well, as consumer advocates for the game, in a way. Because I think that's important. But at the same time, I also feel like it's important to mention that these people do work extremely hard and do a fantastic job of it as well. Do you want Phase 3's on loan? Are you mad, bruv? Disappeared in the place of partially thief. I've seen that one as well. But yeah, I have no idea what caused that glitch with... it was something to do with skins and corrupted files in the game. That's the thing, Reese, and I think that's important. That I criticize sometimes because I want it to be the best it can be as well, but I also feel like it's important to do that with a healthy dose of these people are doing their best and they're doing a fantastic job as well. Dundalk in the President's Cup, that's cool. Oh yeah, it was literally, we thought the save was dead. Ah, he's gone, nice. Ah, here we go. That's it, right, okay, let me just turn off some stuff so we can get down to it. If I turn off Firefox and turn on Discord. There you go. This is what was happening to my game. So you can sort of understand why I was a little bit concerned about the things that were going on. Just a bit red, honestly. A little bit like the skin had somehow got sunburnt. This was one of many different things that happened during it, basically. But yeah, the whole graphical thing, there was something to do with like the graphics card drivers and the skin and the game's corrupted file. All I know is I eventually had to do a complete wipe and reset, but not just like a uninstall the game type of situation. A full-on like I had to like clear the registry of FM mentions. Like every single mention of FM21 on my computer had to go, basically. It was weird. Exactly that, Millie, yeah. But I feel like that's just a really easy criticism. But people get it sometimes. But yeah, I feel like you have to be able to take that criticism if you're a content creator, you know? Where can I download that skin? That would be FM Rentsy Sunburn Slugs. Clip the Ukrainian guy with the special... Oh, I'll show you him again. You mean this guy? Was it that? This guy, Vladimir Putilin. A Ukrainian right... FM's like, no! No, you're not going to look at that player again, Matt. Jesus Christ. All right, well, there you go. So, yeah, there's a player at Mariupol in this game who's Ukrainian called Vladimir Putilin. Because, of course, there is. But apparently, they're censoring me, chat. Help, I'm being oppressed. Oh. Let's do that. Boom. Who is his agent? I don't know if I'll be able to show it again. Agent KG, yeah. It's this Litvinenko fella. Actually want some nice scout reports through, damn it. At this rate, we'll be actually up to the Man United game. Yeah, they're really going serious with this, aren't they? Price freeze. Now they're after the loans. We're nearly there. Plus, we should get a nice chunk of cash in a minute. In fact, I wonder if we already have. Yes, we have. So that £3.9 million there that we've just received, that was money from the Gibril Dia deal. They still owe us another $4 million on the 1st of February next year as well. So now we're actually really healthy on finances, which is good. Milan would... No. Weird that that's who they're interested in, but good to see that... Yeah. Okay, Miho Buhats. He's kind of like a worse version of that other guy. How good is Emmett Doran? Oh, very good. Although, actually... hang on, let's do it better than this. Although, not that this is going to help me, because unfortunately Emmett Doran's star rating is not what it used to be. Where is it? Emmett. Oh, dearie me. Okay, he's even further down than I thought. Like, he's good. I mean, you know, you don't score 400 goals without being good, right? Came from the same scrap report as Willie Connolly. Of course he did. We'll have to report in the first 3 months for a cycle. Yeah. But I suppose the counter to that would be they have chosen that cycle of events, as in they are the ones choosing it. I wouldn't even mind if FM was released on a 2-year cycle, and therefore more time was spent fixing the original one during that cycle. But they can't do that because, of course, then it would the revenue would tank because obviously it's less game sales. I'd actually rather pay twice as much for a 2-year cycle, if that makes sense. So if the game was like 60 quid, but it was every 2 years, so technically it's the same amount per year, but you have more investment and more development time on each one. But there's no way they can, because people wouldn't understand that. They'd just see £60 and go, what? But yeah, with a database update mid-time. But you'd have time to work on a system that will allow that, I suppose. Ooh, guy cancel out. Denis Puljic. Cool name. Maybe Croatian second nationality. Nice. Wow, there's so many of these guys who will actually not even talk to us, though, which is the sad thing. Okay, guy at Malmö. Right, let's have a look at a signing. I want to look at someone here. Andreas Lundin. I just don't know enough about him, do I? That's the problem. Anyone here? Oh, none of these guys we've got any knowledge of. This is kind of annoying. I think I need to structure it slightly differently so that when we come to these reports, we're trying to... The one that worked the best was the one where we had like 200 players on this list rather than 500. It's just that there was a lot of players to get through. Ooh, actually, Vukadinovic. I do like that name. Great tackling. Miodrag is a great name as well. Really quick. This would be up in the air, but positioning and marking aren't great. But his tackling and his aggression and bravery are solid. He's quite decent. Or certainly from the first glance. Oh, a Uruguayan that will talk to us. Why? That's what doesn't make sense. Why will this random Uruguayan guy talk to us, but not the other one? I mean, maybe it's just he's not as good, but he doesn't seem that bad. Still quite a high price, but... Anyone else in there? Aha, there's a few guys down here, although I think it was the ones we looked at earlier. Yes, it's Ratajczak. He's a bit of everything, isn't he? Hey, Inamorato! Any good signings? I'd say... Perez was really cheap, so he's fine. I think that Rengifo, for the price he was, is actually a nice solid option on the left-hand side as a backup to... Who am I thinking of? I've literally forgotten his name. Diaz. Ilya Keating on loan from Man United. Can't really say no to the quality we got on a free. Well, not a free loan, but we're paying his wages, but it's not that much. Carvalho from Tondela as well is fine. We're trying to get him out on loan. And Toomey, again, was just a freebie. He's gone on loan to Shelbourne. And then probably the best actual signing, like in terms of long term, is probably Thomas Carlson for £1.2 million, who is apparently the next Søren Busk. So apparently that's a good thing. But I think the price was right. He's got solid physicals, decent enough mentals for an 18-year-old, and he's okay. I need to get him working on his heading, really. Until he can go out on loan, which hopefully is soon. Oh, wait, that's Stopper. No, not Stopper, mate. I hate that comes up at the top when clearly the other ones are more useful. But that's what we've done so far. We've also sold a load of guys, but we've just been trying to siphon off some money to try to find the right players. Yeah, these guys are a bit more expensive, but we do at least know more about them. They'd have to be really fucking good. Yonchik. What on earth? He's actually quite quick for a target forward. Oh, he's only 6 foot tall, in fairness, so he's not got as much heft to carry, I suppose. Really good heading, though. And incredibly aggressive. Very brave. It's like he wants to be taller. That's it, actually. He's 6 foot tall, but he has 15 jumping reach, which for a 6 foot tall player is actually surprisingly high. I just don't know what we really do with him. What about Redonia? Good finishing again. Hang on, he came through at Airdrie? No, he actually came through at Hibs. Wow. Not very quick, though. And he's also quite expensive, considering. Eric Schmidt. Isn't he one of the CEOs of Google? Also, why is he so cheap? Ah. I mean, is it worth just taking this Eric Schmidt goalkeeper guy on a free? Just because? Because Bayern Munich releasing players is basically like Christmas. Actually, you're German, aren't you? So he said, questioning whether he knew what a German was. Let's do that, because you are a bit German. No, we have to offer you a bit more than that, aren't we? Maybe 10, because you are German. Actually, we want boat. Fuck it. If we're going to do it, might as well just go full out and go the 8-year deal. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Yeah, Bayern are really good for just taking players away from this year. It's great work. Right. All of you. Even if he's bang average, just because he came for Bayern. Yeah, I've still got that sitting around there somewhere, Inferno. Although, don't know if I'd get copyright claim for playing that Simpsons clip that we used in order to make that segment, sadly. But Bayern really are the new Milan in this save. Frank Hamilton, what a great name. Is he actually a left-sided winger? He would have been a pretty good option as well instead of Rengifo, but he's just way more expensive than Rengifo. But I want to scout him a bit more. Yeah, 5.5 million would be quite a lot. What was the guy at Union Saint-Gilloise? Yeah, there's a lot of players mixed in here that aren't really what we're looking for. Okay, we move. Oh, wow, that was quick. He did not hang about at all, did he? He's another one of those guys that he'll come in and he'll be worth like £4 million straight off the bat. I'm still surprised that Jujinger was worth as much as he was. Gate Netter, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you are having a great Saturday afternoon. Can I buy now? How much for? Fuck it, 55 grand. Just paid £55,000 for him and he's worth 3.6 million. And to the loan list you go. Mr. Former CEO of Google. It's just hard to say no when you see a deal like that, right? There's a loan, right? Yeah, loan, target, boom. He does look like a good player, but it's whether I want to drop 5 million on him at this point. Any major signings? I don't know about major. It depends what you call major. I think Rengifo is kind of major. In the sense that he's... Oh, hang on. Same as always. Just get rid of these. Get rid of these. And let me have this one, please. Thank you. Just need to get through a couple more days. Just a couple more days. Not that we're in any real danger. Because they're also not bidding that much. Like, they're still bidding underneath his value. Mad. I think Rengifo... Yeah, Rengifo is probably the biggest signing of the bunch. You're in Denmark. Yes, I am. Yeah, so actually, it's funny you say that, Gate Netter. Someone actually left a comment about that exact thing. Maybe it was you, I don't know. About that exact thing. And I had no idea that was going on at the time. No, not that I had a choice to go to Esbjerg, of course, because they didn't even offer me a job interview, so we ended up at Sudhurst instead. But, yeah, apparently they're in, what, the 3rd tier now or something? That's kind of nutty. I assume that's all happened since the start of FM's release, because obviously it wouldn't have affected the game itself. Okay, good. That's good. Right, now we have to register these guys. Should be okay. Danko doesn't need to be... Oh, beautiful. So Dank doesn't need to be registered because he's under 21. Maximum... Why does it do that? Why does it do that? So who's he put in that I didn't want him to? It'll be some rando. Like Jovetic. Surely he wasn't... Oh, he was even in the squad. Oh, fuck's sake. Hang on, just undo changes. Right, okay, this is the current squad. Right, okay, so I want... Danko's fine. Rengifo needs to come in. And does Manea, which is fine. We're allowed to do that. Cool. And Solis as well. Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really feel like any of the others can come in, and that's okay right now. Bought their own coach who tried to bully tactics as well. Oh, Jesus, yeah. It's not really what you want, is it? 3 of the 4 has release clauses met. Oh, it's the worst. I mean, that's how we lost Leicester, man. That's pretty much perfect. Look at that. We can actually have a full 25-man squad, maxed out, 8 guys trained in Ireland, 7 of them trained at Treaty. This is what I mean. We've got loads of homegrown trained at club now. It's perfect. And Danko still technically counts as well. It's so damn good. And Rodriguez is under 21 now, so he doesn't need to be registered either. I'm trying to see if there's anyone that's going to get annoyed. But honestly, I don't think so. Glucevic might. Priotaser. The only one who might get annoyed is Priotaser, actually. We'll see. There's always one guy out randomly gets annoyed. Leave out Diallo. Oh, hang on. Who was that getting angry? Hey, Gary! Left out the Champions League squad. Respectfully, mate, you are not good enough for our Champions League squad. There's a reason why you're on the loan list, bud. So that's fine. We'll just do that. And then that. Even though it's a lie. You especially. Just go out on loan, Hajan. Or, alternatively, I will sell you. Keating. Yeah, the problem with Keating is that he doesn't count as homegrown. Oh, okay, that's good. We've actually got past that with him. Because Keating is homegrown in England, not Ireland. Even though he technically started his career in Ireland at Treaty. But the game doesn't consider that. Which is weird, because it almost does the opposite with Ebit Right, so we want to focus heavily on... We might as well dump a little bit of extra transfer budget, because there's so much of it, into... Yeah, into the domestic, continental competitions, just in case it does anything. Oh. For safety reasons, really? Wow. Okay, no. It almost sort of... It feels like there'll be an HITC 7's video about it within the next couple of weeks, I suspect. If not, hasn't already been, maybe. Chat, it's happened. Palanek Mate, happy to stay at Treaty United. Only took a full year. Come on. I don't think... Yeah, you're right. I don't think he'd be able to play against United either. Okay, so now... Now, we might still struggle here because of this. No! Lovely. Important player. I mean, we'll try and get away with squad player. Regular starter, but I think it's unlikely. I take that back. Mate, the moment he stopped being a walloper, he's back to being lovely again, isn't he? Right. So what's he on currently? 24,000. So he's going to want 30 plus K, and I don't blame him, and I'm going to give it to him because he deserves it. He's one of the best players in the squad. Now, as long as it's not like 60K. All right, fine. What? I guess that's fine. But this is why you keep real tight reins on your wage management. Because if you don't have anybody who's on absurd money, they tend to just want a little bit more than the next guy. Not like, got to give him more though. Absolutely, we do not have to give him more though. Why would we give him more? We will have to give him a bit more to get a clause. But, like, the thing is, don't give players more than you need to. For obvious reasons. Fine, I'll give him 27. He's getting an extra 500 just for being a good gent. Mainly so I can slip that clause in. Okay. Yeah, the rally release clause is in. Oh, I do want that 1 year boat, so I'll take out a year of his contract if he wants the 1 year boat. Just waste more money. Yeah, just waste more money. Just blow up our wage structure for no reason. When players lowball themselves, they start to underperform. I disagree. I don't think I've ever seen any evidence that that's a feature of the game. Because that would be stupid if it was, honestly. Let's just try to... Okay, I might have to give him a little bit more because I do want that 1 year boat. I'm just going to keep notching it up by 1 until he agrees to it, basically. Because he will eventually. Actually, what I could probably do is that. I love how the appearance fee options are 1 and then 2.8k. Fuck it, you know what? Fuck's sake, Palanek! That's way better. No, it's because I went down a little bit there. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, fine. Whatever. No, I'm not going to risk it anymore. The last thing we need is this deal falling through. 4 years it is then. Goodness me. No, we have to keep a real tight rein on our wage structure because him going on to being a... So basically, he's now become our highest paid player, but only by like $1.5 grand a week when the max I can offer is 80 grand. Having that ceiling is so useful. Because if we started putting all of our players on £40,000 a week or whatever, everyone would want £40,000 a week. Yeah. He did just bully me. And to be fair play to him on that one. Last being recorded? Absolutely not. Bengal Shea? No. Brent Willems. All right. Show me what you got, Brent. Nice. I like what I see there, Brent. Good work. Keston Marshall is a cool name. Call out. Ooh. Intriguing. It's important to break the way structure in Mexico. Exactly. Let's get these guys down. It's getting there. Slow. To be fair, we'll end up signing these players over the course of a full year. That's usually what ends up happening. Because we've got so many on there, we'll just start slowly but surely picking them off as the year goes along. Particularly with that, there's that Norwegian defender I really like. Wow, only a 4-2 victory. Oh, Mate scores twice, though. What a god. I'm just happy to tie him down to another contract. He was the one player I was happy... I was not happy. I was worried about losing and getting him down to a nice 4-year deal. He's what... Him and... Spack and Mate are our best starting centre-backs, and they're brilliant. And I'm not selling Danko, especially not for £7 million. We've had bids of 15 for him before. And he's a perfect backup. With having Spack and Mate, and then Danko and Keating as our backups, it's a perfect scenario for us. We can rotate out both centre-backs pretty much every other game. It's gorgeous. Oh, we're going to play an actual game, chat. Imagine. The Darig... Wait, we get to host it at home? Oh, obviously, we get to host it at home, but, like, weird that we get to play it on our home ground. But, all right, we'll take it. Ooh, hello. But that's the thing. If Mate got 50, then the next time I had to renew a contract of a player, they would then want 50. Whereas it is, the next time someone comes through, like, for example, when it comes to renewing Mihai Alaku's contract, he'll probably want, like, 29,000. It's great. Portuguese guy. Which guy? Hang on, which Portuguese guy? This one. Ferreira. Yeah, he'd have to be retrained entirely, and it's cost 8 million quid. He's Ryan from Real. Hang on, how cheap was Ryan from Real? 26 million. I mean, he's decent, but we're not paying 26 million for a player, are we? Like, let's be honest. What about you? Pistolesi. Solid as well, actually. Very solid. This one really good quality coming out. 10 to 26, nah. Just 26, sadly. I mean, he's technically 900 to 8. I mean, we could have a look. Because I could retrain this guy to play as a left-sided winger. But it would depend on what sort of money we're actually looking at here. 550 to 8.2. Wages would be low, though. Which is good. Alright. For someone like Alexandre Ferreira, what is considered... Because that would give us 3 options on the left-hand side there. And he'd be homegrown. What is a reasonable price for someone like Ferreira? He is B- as well, so... Because he could be all over the place. Like, his pace could still be quite low. Yeah, I don't think I'd pay more than about 3.5. We'll see. Ineligible for the Champions League. Well, we don't care about that anyway. We already know that. Let's see. So they want 8 million. I mean, even if I was able to get this down a lot lower, which I could, I don't think we'd be able to get it below 4 million in total over the full deal. That's a lot. I mean, that is kind of irrelevant at that point. For me, unless I could get it down to like... The only way I could justify this deal would be if I could somehow do that. Would that be justifiable then? £2 million fee... And then 2.5 million after 50 league games. And that's for us, not for other clubs. I think at that point, if they agreed to that, I'd be tempted. But I get the feeling that they'll come back and still want about 6 million. They want too much up front. Alright, so that was... What about 2. Alright, I'll give them the 3 million up they want away. What about 2 million up front, then the 3 million? And then keep the rest the same. They want 3 point... Fucking hell. Isn't that more? So it was 3.6. 7. They keep putting the fucking bid up again. Yeah, unfortunately, every time I put a bid in, they come back with a bigger one now. Per league game, and that's fucking nothing, isn't it? Minimum league goals, 400k. If they scores 10, that's not really too big of a deal. But that's 4.3 million after 50 league games. It's still only 2 up front. But would he really be worth 4.3 million quid extra if he plays 50 league games for us? Because that could happen. I just kind of don't think he's good enough to be worth that. for me. Just get rid of him before that. Yeah, but, you know, I'll forget. I think we scout him more. I think if we... Say he comes back and he's actually on the highest end of all of these, and we go, okay, fair enough, maybe there is a player there, then we can go in again. But I think if we could see his full attributes, I'd be able to make a better decision on a player like that, but I just don't think it's worth it at that point. He's definitely one to keep an eye on. What a cool name. Loey de Vriend. God, Brugge have some absolutely outrageous players. And youngsters in this save, but can't do sod all with them. How's it like a Hermansen? Right, no, I daren't write any more notes in this save, mate. Pistolesi. Yeah. If I was going to dump £8 million into a player, I'd want them to be a homegrowner. I'd want him to be 18, not 19. Because then that's a kind of lot of money to dump. That's why I liked having that money on Flyers Freeze and Limburg and the Donut and those guys. Because we dumped a shitload of money on them, but they were going to be homegrown one day, so it felt like more of an investment. And he's a mercenary as well. Falkenhorse. Stanley John, what a lovely name. Right. Hermansen. Good tackling. Lacks... model citizen, though. Yeah, we've given up on Tekin because his release... So basically, he had a release clause, which then expired, and he still was doing this stage of my career shite. So Tekin is now available, but he is available for like £90 million. Sorry, £57 million. So it's not worth us doing anything with that. So he'll probably go to Chelsea or PSG or something, and yeah. But this guy's basically fully scouted. The man can't jump. That is for sure, yeah. Philippe Chevalier. Very quick, maybe. My guess would be he's actually not that quick. He's probably like 15 pace, which is decent. But I suspect with the accelerator... Usually they kind of don't go hand in hand, but they're usually quite well balanced. Pistolesi, yeah, I don't think he's... If he was 18, I think I'd be willing to take a plunge on him. Although that's still quite a lot of money because that's probably a release clause, right? But at 19 with that amount of money, never going to be homegrown, mercenary personality. Hermansen, I think maybe with a... It's the model citizen is nice to have. Volkergart Flumontari. Oh, there was another guy. Oh, Phaeton. Oh, his surname's Cake. Right, now we're in. I thought you were talking about Esmond Falkenhorst for some reason. This is Fat on Cake. I feel personally attacked. How much does he weigh? 11 stone 11. Doubt. What a great name. That is a superb name. Fat on Cake. That might actually be one of my favourite regen names ever. Because it's not just like fun word like dick, you know? It's Fat on Cake. I assume it's pronounced like Faton Kake or something, but like... Okay, no second nationality. That is up there with Dip Bacon. How much is the... Nope. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that, should I? I think I fucked it there. We'll try it. But I think I fucked it by walking away instead of going back. Shit. Let's make the honour middle name. I mean, it's basically just right there, isn't it? Hopefully that's not done it. Yeah, that is Dick Bacon level in terms of names go. That's incredible. I didn't know Cake could be a surname. And the fact that his first name is Faton is fantastic. Oh, sod off. I hate that. Because I clicked walk away instead of back, we now can't talk to him. Oh, dear. Accept loan back. I'd love to accept the loan back. Now what? Good luck. Dick Bacon. Hang on. Make sure I haven't done it. I think there's some more checks I need to do anyway, so. We did the Wolves goalkeeper. We did that one. Oh. Yeah, no. There's no Dick Bacon. There's Jason Rice. There's Dirk Barron, who's a real player, which doesn't really count. So, not really there. Sadly, I'll give you points back there. So, Sprouse. I think he's doing okay. Still not getting close to like a Northern Ireland cap or anything. What are we seeing? His long throws are up by 3. You know? That's what you really want, right? He's got them 3 long throws. Mentals are improving. Lots of physical improvements, actually, to be fair. He's gone up by 4 in his balance, which is pretty sick, in fairness. SWFC Wills, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely afternoon. So, technically, he's not improved a great deal, other than by 1 in his marking, really. Jonathan Tarr, there's no way Tarr is still in this database. In fact, my suspicion is that he would have retired completely. So he probably won't even be look-upable. No. Just loads of... Jonathan Pank!
You know
Jonathan John!
Oh, yes, very soon.
I'm a fan of that. I'll refund your points, though. George, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, this is Jonathan John. Middle name John? No? Show me the middle name. Ah, again, petition for more middle names, SI. Do like a bit of Jonathan John. We'll have to go back in for Fat on Cake, because how could we not? We're going to sign Fat on Cake, whether he's good or not. All he'll do is come in. He'll at least add some weight to the team, right? That's what we've been looking for this whole time. For the thank you. I actually clipped it myself as well, but your one's probably better than mine because my button's a bit weird. But that's definitely something for the TikTok. Has to be. Right. Okay. What's this lineup looking like? I'm going to start Limbo today instead of the Donut because I really like him. And he's good on both feet. Oliver at left side. Yeah, that's going to be a big no from me. He's our left back. In fact, we're going to start Rengifo because, you know, why not? And I'm also going to start Solis on the right. I want to give some of the new guys a chance. In fact, with that in mind, maybe we'll even drop Aliku out for... where's he gone? Manea. Just to get some of the new boys in. And new boys that I actually want to have playing, I should stress. Let's get Pablo in at right back too. I'm desperate to make that happen. Well, Carp's actually a better right back than he is. Odd. Fatmir and Faton. Exactly. It's from Madeira or Dundee. Or Bunt. Maybe he's found a place called Fruit, eh? Leverkusen centre back. Edmund Tapsoba. Ooh. Wait, did I miss one earlier? It would appear that also Tapsoba has retired along with them. Yes, unless I'm spelling Edmund wrong. That's... yeah. Given that we're 18 years into the save now, I suppose it's not out of too surprising that he would have been gone. Team does need mass. It's got me, all right? I am all the mass you need. I'm going to start Vosti up front. Oh, he's wanted. If a massive... thing is, part of me wonders if Vosterek could end up becoming really good. I say becoming really good as if he's not already. But might just suddenly start scoring goals. He just looks different. He's got an extra yard of pace. And I think that's what he was missing. He was always like a 12 pacer, whereas now he seems to have... I've had him on quickness training, and it seems like it's actually finally started working on him. I'll get to that in a second, Orhusby. I know for a fact that he's at... oh, we saw him earlier in the stream when we were looking at the Norway national team. I think... is it Celtic? No, it wasn't Celtic. He's at a strange club. Okay, not Celtic. It's the biggest game of the year, Mr. Progger. Thank you for appreciating it. Oh, Rengifo's on corners too. Well, nearly an assist within a few seconds of his debut. I'm excited to see... I'm really excited about Solis. I'm excited about Manea and... actually, to be fair, and Limburg too. Limburg just seems to score bangers. Where's Nusa? I have no idea. Should I know? Well... Rengifo's, I mean, I think it's possibly because he's taken the set pieces, but the man's delivering. There we go. Is he maybe he must have better corners than Thies Freeze. What's his corners like? 12. Oh. What's Frozen Thies' corners like?
I'm the Pope.
12. Okay. Hey, if we've got another corner taker, then bam. Ben Goodwin, thank you very much for the follow. How does the development list work? I have explained it a couple of times on stream today, but basically you add the players to the development list and then your loan manager will try to loan them out, and you get like a big menu on the side that will allow you to set the requirements for those loans. And that in itself will sometimes get you offers for your players on loan. However, having them on there seems to induce interest from other clubs as well, and then you can go through and manually offer them out to other sides as well, and that tends to get even more interest going. So it's just kind of a way of stoking up loads of interest. Was he at West Ham? Was he really? No, he can't have been. I swear he was somewhere else. I think. I don't know. Go on, Manea. Here we go. Vostrek linking the play up nicely. Rengifo's been muscled off the ball by Alice Irvine. Okay. I assume that's Alice Irvine. One of the many players that we sold in the past. Oh, God. It feels weird playing a match now. It's been like 3 hours. Oh, well played, Rengifo. Getting back, doing a bit of... oh, good God. Oh, God. We've done fucked it, friends. I don't mean to blame Rengifo here, but it is entirely his fault. Was it Volorenga? Wow. I know that he was right at the bottom of the screen when we were looking earlier, but I couldn't remember exactly who it was. Dick Cock, standard. Dick cock's no fat on cake, is it? Let's be honest. Come back when you've got fat on cake, I say, Rob. Oh, that's so kind of you. Mr. Progger, thank you very much for the 3 gifted subs. That's so kind. Get you some presents. Cosmic Gumbo. What a name, by the way. Martin Gregerson is just the best. I hope you're well, Mr. Progger. How's Mrs. Progger? Addy Amy, I know for a fact, is still in the database. No problem, Rob. We just had to make that clear, right? You know, Thighs Freeze, good block. And nothing will come close to Dick Bacon. Dick Bacon is still one of my favourite names of all time. Although Fat on Cake is... It didn't elicit the same hysterical laughter out of me. Although it is funny. The Dick Bacon one absolutely broke me. I need to find that for a TikTok or something. I need to just go through old Twitch clips for that, really, don't I? Exactly, to set standards. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad you understand. We have this thing. 1-1, really? Useless. I blame all of the players that I bought. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions... Oh, dear. That's fine. Fosterix sort of struggling today. I'll bring on Paolo in the second half and he'll score a hat-trick now, I suspect. But there you go. Yeah, the Putzlin one at Maripol was bizarre. You're going to write to... who asked? At... I'm just messing. Hey, Kev. A superstar and God. Kev, can I get you to ring me like every day and just say that? And I'd feel so nice. Do you know? Everyone needs someone to just say these things. Not that well. Oh, shit. You're both smart. That's the main thing. Hopefully she's like going to be recovering though, right? Ringifo is doing well. Now, he obviously is getting the standard set piece bump. But I do wonder if having a winger on our set pieces, getting the little bump from those, actually could work and make them play better overall because they've been getting a better rating. Ice Battler with a gifted sub to United City. You bloody love to see it. Kevin Fat on Cake. Might have some cake later now you mentioned that. Fancy a bit of that. Bit of Dutty pizza with the pog later. Good stuff. I'm just looking forward to it, you know? Right, we're gonna do it now. We're gonna make the change. It's gonna be Paolo. It's gonna be the donut, I guess. Wow, Limburg's actually really struggled today. Yeah, it might have to be. I will be getting fat on cake then. Apparently so, yes. 'Twas foretold. 'Twas written in the stars. Nice. I'm looking forward to it, Kev. Oh, it's nearly another one. Yeah, Ringifo. I'm liking Ringifo so far, though. At the very least, he looks like a stable deputy that can come in and do a job for us when Diaz is not. And I feel like we haven't really had that. Milli's done okay, but he's never been... I don't feel like he's ever been comfortable in that role. Whereas it looks like Rengifo is going to be the type of guy that will be comfortable on that left side. And hopefully we'll get a lot of assists for us this season. That's my hope. I'd like to see at least sort of, 15, 16 assists from him this year, maybe. Actually, it's quite a lot. Oh, Milosevic making the run. Go on, Solis. Back post for Rengifo. He deserves it. Oh, nearly. You've pissed next to Pavel Nedved in a bar in Prague. That weirdly sounds like the start of a country song. Or like a folk track. Just add some like twangy guitar over the top. Put your winkle pickers on and you're off to the races, honestly. You'll be the next Mumford & Sons or something. That's a great stop, by the way, as well. Yeah, we're not in front because, well, this is football, isn't it, really? We'll probably still be able to get one, I suspect, but... I think Sunderland will probably win, but that's 3 o'clock, isn't it? There's already winkle pigs in the story, to be fair. True. Oh. There's a cake shaped like a Hugo Boss shirt. Now, that's what you want. Rodriguez. Solis. Oh, it's a penalty. Yep, it is a pen. Which means Throws and Fires will hopefully get his chance for his first goal of the season. First of many. You're right. I think if we can't win this match, why even bother, honestly? We should just start a new save then, right?
Oh, this isn't working.
Big Science Boy. Thank you very much for the follow. What a penalty. Last 30 minutes. Yeah, I think there has been a few, actually, haven't there? I can't think who off the top of my head, though. Are they in the team? No, Rengifo was earlier. And Solis and Maneo were both previous. That was terrible goalkeeping, by the way. There definitely have been a couple, I think. I just can't remember who they are. Oh, Carlson's probably the one. Barca or Leon? Wait, what are Barca and Leon playing each other in? Is there a Super Cup that I'm not familiar with? Or am I being stupid here? Oh, the women's one. I've probably... Actually, Leon are, like, historically very good, aren't they? to be fair. Hey, Bev. Oh, Eric Schmidt as well. Yeah, we signed Eric Schmidt, that goalkeeper from Bayern. I think that's really... It's been... We'll have a look in a sec, actually. Honestly, I couldn't give an informed answer. So I'm going to say Leon. Hey, Big Science Boy. Pompey Days. Holy shit. Had to make a new one. Would I recognize the name of the old one, maybe? I don't know. I'm curious. Don't have to tell us, obviously. But welcome aboard, my friend. Right, what was I going to do? Yeah, Ringifo did well there. Hey, Bev. Oh, you're going to a gig tonight. Awesome. Have fun. Barely used it. Ah, fair one. To be fair, back in the day, I also barely used it. I think I did like 3 streams before I became a streamer. Like, I think we did birthday when I was 25. It was the 25th birthday stream. We did a 10,000 subscriber special, and I think a 15,000 subscriber special stream, and that was it until like, oh no, there was the Admiral Vaca streams, those 2 as well, so 5 streams prior to the pandemic. Oh, right. So Sheldrup, let's have a little look at what Shelley's got up to. I've spelled that wrong, haven't I? Yeah, Matt, you're missing the key letter here. There we go. Got there. Words are hard. Werder Bremen. That's not that weird, Matt. What are you talking about? Lies. All the lies. 33-year-old. Only has 16 caps, by the way. Mad. Oh, that's in Norwich. Sick. Yeah, Hegerberg is... I mean, as much as like I said, I don't know that much about it. I know that Hegerberg is an absolutely outrageous player. He does look a bit sadistic, doesn't he? Yeah, it must have been a low roll. Beating Spurs will complete the weekend. Yeah. Let's see. Adeyemi. Yeah. Yeah, of course he's at Liverpool, isn't he? And is ridiculous. Oh, he was at Wow, okay, so he's been around a little bit. I say a little, very little bit, really. He's 36 years old, still going. Still has another year left on his contract at Liverpool. PSG paid 35 million for him. That's a fucking good deal, honestly, from Salzburg. And then 80 million to Liverpool. And really, they got their money's worth. 20 goal seasons in the Premier League for what, 6 years? No, 28 goals that year. It's not quite Haaland numbers, but it's up there, isn't it? Even this year, 13 goals. Really, really solid. What a go. Richard Choke. It'd be funny if there was an artichoke in the database. That I would be a big fan of. The closest we're going to get is Richard Chavez, whose middle name... Oh. I'll refund your points for that one. That's not worth it. Ah. Yeah, that's what I was going to show you, wasn't it? The transfers, the most obvious recent ones. So there was, yeah, Carlson and Schmidt, I'd say, the most recent ones. And also Toomey. Although that might have been a while ago, actually. All these guys came through in the space of a couple of days. You have a dick joke. Oh, I know you were. But Artichoke would have been even better, honestly. He was born... Was he born in Arequipa? Wow. Do you reckon he is the monumental virgin chap? Could be. I guess we'll never know. Well, that's staying the same, isn't it? So... Why would he want to... I mean, one of these days, he probably is quite good captain material, but it is not... Today is not that day. And the same here. Halcroft is remain. We're keeping this the same. Kev out here just drumming up the support. Thank you very much, Brenda. That's very kind of you. Favorite streamer? You know what? I'll take it. There's plenty of streamers called Matt. So I'll actually take that. I'll hang my hat on it. I'd be happy with just a podium, honestly. One thing I can say is I'm definitely the best streamer called SecondYellowCard, or at least in the top 1. There's just another guy out there being like, actually, mate, you're rubbish. Ooh. Ronaldo Ramos. Bold. It's bold. Philippe d'Olivier. Well, he's quite cheap, actually. Oh, won't talk to us. Oh, wow. What a weird breakdown. Andreas Dammon. Dammon. Very good passing. Very, very good passing. Ooh, there's some quality here, but more information required, I think, with a lot of these, as always. After pod close by. Ah, true. No, fair one. Actually, you've got me on that one, yep. That's true. Miskiv is called Matt. Fuck. Oh, well. You know. It's fine. I think I'll settle for being me, honestly. Like, man's very successful, but I could not live his life. Greatest match treat you've ever had. Thank you for being a streamer or you would be fired. Oh, that's a throwback. Well, not that long ago, of course, because of the TikTok, but a throwback to... That was African Adventure, wasn't it? Was it? That's where I got his name. Because, yeah, I read it as Draman initially, but that was the club, not his name. Guy from Cash and Passion. Wow, look at all these NAs. You hate to see it. Yeah, I think it's because a lot of them are... No, I actually just don't know. I think it's just a big list of nothing. Oh, dear. Sven Rog, good name. Most of these guys, I suspect, will end up falling through the cracks as it goes, but just in case. There's another guy, Abidjan. Hang on, he'll talk to us. I mean, it's obviously he's much, much worse, which is probably why, but it is weird. But that would suggest, it seems to be some of the better players are the ones that say the stage of my career crap, which suggests to me that it's not actually supposed to say that. And it's supposed to just be something else, and it's just, there's Man United. So let's rotate for some pats. Not that we'll be able to get that done today, which means we could start next stream with the Man United game, which is actually kind of perfect in a way. Tom Smith, who? I don't even know who you are. And you. "19th on the final day." That's what you need. It's all about bragging rights or something. Although I'm really looking forward to watching. Hang on, isn't the... Oh, God, the final Premier League fixtures on during the F1 tomorrow, aren't they? That's going to be a full-on dual screen jobby, I suspect. Yes. Crack on. Have your pick, lads. Your shit, yeah. It's... Yeah, basically. But then it feels like he should just say that. Yeah. Is Berg Roll still playing? Do you know, I don't know if he is. Favourite way to end the season. But then you get Fulham next year. To be fair, it'd be quite cool to have the Fulham Brentford games back, honestly. Then we can fight it out. I mean, I mean, you and I. Like, bare-knuckle boxing. Brian Balanta. One more signing before the road chat. 18. Called Balanta. Colombian. Cheapo. What about you as well, actually? Keenan to do... Oh. I'd say one more for the road there. It'd be bad if into it. I would never, Daz. Fat on cake is the best thing that's happened today. Oh, I don't know. The day is still young, Anarith. That's a... Oh, a really good Georgian? Oh. F1 and EPL don't coincide, do they really? I thought they'd get races at 2 o'clock tomorrow. And isn't it 3 o'clock kickoffs, or is it earlier in the day? Have they changed something? Hang on, I'm confused. I could have sworn the races at 2 o'clock tomorrow. 4 o'clock. Oh! Oh, the Premier League games are 4th. Really? That's weird. For some... I thought they always used to be 3 o'clock, even on the Sunday when it was the final day of the year. An FM Streamer Creator Clash. What would that involve, Bev? I kind of want to just try and pick this guy up, honestly, if he's cheap enough. He feels like the type of guy that's just kind of my type of player. Cheap. Get in front of a mill. Hopefully, anyway. I'm just going to start a bit lower on this, just in case. Get rid of that. If he's under a mil in total, which he will be, then I think I'd quite like to just pick him up, honestly. Another half mil there. There you go. That's fine. Oh, charity boxing event. Oh, yeah. No, I mean, if that was a thing, then I would definitely not be involved in it. As if I want to ruin this pretty face, Chow. Come on now. That and I don't really do fights. I'm not exactly the most muscular of humans. No, qualifying is actually about to happen in like 15 minutes, Ben, which reminds me, we'll sort that, and then I will save the game here, so we can all go and we can all go and prepare for the F1, and obviously for the League One playoff final. I think we've made some decent progress today, honestly. I think we'll continue to sign those guys for the next stream anyway, because there's so many more players on that list. We've got the money, and we didn't run ourselves into too much financial trouble today either, which is always a really good sign, I'd say. He's staying at PSG. No, what? Really? Imagine what his wage will be. Obscene. What's he done? Like, been made the manager as well. What side do I watch F1 on? Oh, well, it's this lovely side called whatever pirated stream I get sent. Sports Surge. That's where. Okay. Right. Let us see who's streaming over on Twitchy. Let's see. Oh, Ben's just gone live. A bold choice on a Saturday afternoon. Anyone else I recognise? Ah, fuck it. We're going to go say hello to Mr. Benji. I know Holly's doing her 12 hour, but we raided Holly on Thursday. You've got to give it some space. Dr. Benji. Boom. Okay. Oh, dearie me. So, yes. Tuesday is going to be fascinating because we've got, obviously, more transfers to do. Question we can ask about. Raid message. There's no need for raid messages. We just be nice. Doctor, not Mr. Benji. No, it's Mr. Benji. Just so solely. Man never got his degree. I've not seen any evidence that the man has a medical degree, right? And I refuse to believe it. No matter what he says. So yeah, back on Tuesday for Champions League with Man United, which is going to be difficult, and then signing some more of these guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys on Tuesday, and of course with Nomads back on Monday with Sunnius. And if you haven't caught last night's Nomads video, I would check it out. It's a good one. Anyway, hold your gun, Capybara. See you soon. Bye.